Why isn't it working? Whoa, jeez.
Hey, Reyes, what's taking everyone so long?
I got no clue, Dom. Poster boy said he'd be here early.
Oh, he did? Where the hell's the new guy?
Wait. I thought I was the new guy.
No, Reyes. No, I think his name's Logan or some shit. I don't know.
Logan? Post kid Logan? Okay, wait. Let me give Poster boy a call.
Yo.
Hey, man, are we doing this podcast or not? Because everybody's here waiting for you.
Dude, Andy, give me 2 minutes. I'm literally booting up right now.
Sure. Okay, guy. I'm just going to say, you got 2 minutes or my ass is out of here.
Bro, we're gonna start on time. It's fine.
I've heard that one before.
Oh my god, why is this not working? Of course. Yeah, what's up, dude?
Hey, dude. So I got this question about work.
Dude, Logan, why are you asking me about work? It's Friday night, and we've got a podcast.
Yeah, but
Nothing. Get your ass ready for the podcast. Hey, do you know if Dominic's going to be there?
hell if I know. What about Reyes?
I'm not his dad.
Oh, I'm not his dad.
Look, he's waiting for us. Get ready. I'll be there in a minute. I'm having a few issues here.
Oh, all right. Sounds good.
Oh my god. Okay. Hold on. This is never gonna work. Bucket Bytes is over. I know who to call.
Hello, this is Josh.
Hey, Josh. So, look, the podcast, it isn't working.
Well, have you tried turning it off and back on again?
Yeah, sure, but...
No. Post. Have you tried rebooting the podcast?
Look, I've tried everything. I tried plugging in different things, and I even let it just, rest for a while.
Post. Just reboot the damn podcast.
You mean, just reboot the podcast?
Yes.
All right. Okay, let me try that.
Hot dog.
What?
Get your hot dog.
Get your hot dogs here.
Get your hot
God,
dog.
dude,
Lizzie.
I also hear you're a dragon slayer. Or is that
That's
just
what
the
they call
nickname?
me. That's what the ladies call me.
Every time I'm on this show, I'm impressed with Post's profession, how well it's
I
a
love
well-oiled
Where'd it
machine,
go?
This Bucket Bytes.
Is that your
Fucking
house?
it's terrible.
Instead of sending bombs and missiles to Ukraine, we are sending Teslas because they are better improved explosive devices.
I feel really
Yeah,
weird
like-
about owning a Tesla right now.
Picks or not, I would bang Josh Allen right now on stream.
People have seen my videos. It's just strange.
This is Bucket Bytes.
This is Bucket Bytes.
This is Bucket Bytes.
This is Bucket Bytes.
This is
This is
Bucket Bytes.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. This is Bucket Bytes. We're back. I'm the Papa Post, and you're going to notice there's a couple new faces, number one, and a couple of familiar faces here. So we can kind of go through them here just real quick. So obviously I'm Papa Post. If you look to the far left, that's Dom, I guess you could say that.
That's me for now.
That's you for now. Yeah. You
For now.
Did you drop ass? Why are you wearing a gas mask, man?
It smells like shit.
Does it? I'm sorry,
Yes.
man. Did you It's all right. You'll get better. You'll get better. Then in the middle of the screen on the top, we've got new to the show, first time, long time. Goes by the name of Modtones or Logan. Logan, how are you, buddy?
Good. How are you?
Oh, I'm good. And that microphone is just so crispy. I love it.
It's It's not too bad.
Oh man, I just feel like it's a guy. You gotta never mind. Something about a caramel interior just melting out of the chutney, but never mind. Then on the bottom left, we've got well, he's actually never been on the show before technically, and I say technically because we recorded a show by my birthday back in January, but we had some issues. But that is our dear old friend Andre Reyes. How are you, sir?
I am glad to be here. I'm so happy to be surrounded by all these Caucasus, wonderful peoples. It is a great day every day. It is making me happy in my heart, and I am happy to be here. Huh.
That's not how he talks. So if you turned off the podcast already, I'm sorry. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. It's good to have you here, Mr. Reyes. And then last but certainly not least, that suggestive gaming guy, Josh.
I was gonna say I don't have a name. I just have a
one of
YouTube
these
channel.
one of these days I will figure out how to introduce you.
Look, the third time I was hoping was the charm, but I guess not.
I think at this point it's just going to become a permanent bit.
Yeah, I hope so.
I like to call him the fancy YouTube man.
Fancy YouTube man. Oh my Lord.
I just like his stash. I love the stash.
Thank you, sir.
It's a beautiful stash. And you were complaining that you couldn't grow a beard.
I can't grow a beard like on the cheeks, but I could grow a wicked goatee.
Yeah,
that's the one thing I got going for me.
do you know who grows a pretty sick stash? Is Logan over here.
Oh,
yeah. You do.
You should see it.
I just got rid of it too.
You did, and I was so we worked together, and you cut this. You had this thing going. It was beautiful, and you cut it off, and I was just so distraught because we couldn't get it on at least one podcast. I was so depressed.
Maybe come back. It might come back.
No, I don't think so. You said the wife hates it.
No. She liked it. She liked it, honestly.
Did it tickle?
It was me.
Oh.
I mean, probably for her, yeah.
Man, I'm just stating. I thought Poster Boy was in trouble when he was like, "You want to know who can grow a wicked stash?" And I thought like his wife was like outside the view, and I was like, he's gonna get killed. Bucket Bytes just started, and it's gonna end that quick. Like, wow,
it's over before it started again. Oh man, yeah, no, I can't do the stash myself. If I'm being honest, I look like. I look like a pedophile if I have just the stash. It's not good.
Gotta get the handlebars going.
No, I can't. What about you, Dom? What's under that gas mask?
A lot of stubble, I guess. Not a lot going on. I'm a very clean shaven face. Baby face. That's a good way to say it, I guess.
That's what we used to call Reyes when he would shave off his mustache in high school.
Long time ago.
Anyways, this Bucket Bytes is not a show inherently about mustaches. I just want to be upfront and frank about. But we've don't look so disappointed, Josh.
Well, I was gonna. That's the only reason I joined.
Well, listen, you're about to be let down because it's kind of a little bit down the pecking order.
As long as it's one of the topics we will continue to hit on, I'm fine with it.
Hey man, if we got to talk about mustaches every episode, then that's fine. Yeah, if you want to keep going about them, Logan was telling me to get some wax up in here, and I can do the whole little,
Yeah, like the Raleigh fingers.
Yeah.
Yep, I agree.
I would still find a way to look really fucking creepy with just a mustache, even if I waxed it.
Or with a beard.
Oh, yeah. You gotta keep the beard.
Yeah, we'll see.
No,
I just went that down.
I mean, easily you can be creepy. It's you. Come on now. Okay.
It's easy for me.
He has done some traumatizing things to people.
No. Oh, I've only done traumatizing things to you.
Do I not count as a person? What are you trying to say, jackass?
What do you mean by that, Post? What do you mean by that?
I just mean that I only direct... No, nothing. I love all of you equally. So welcome to Bucket Bytes. Like I said, we've got a slew of new hosts. We're going to be kind of the regular crew. moving forward. As you can see, we've kind of got a new look. That was something that has really kind of just in the last couple weeks was a huge headache for me. Just trying to make sure we got it figured out. But we got the little blue Bucket Bot down in the corner there. He's the official mascot of Bucket Bytes, and it's funny the story behind. You guys cool with me telling the story of Bucket Bot?
Please,
so
go ahead.
So we started a contest basically to get a logo designed, just because my wife says I was being lazy. She's like, "Oh, you can do this. Why would you spend money on something?" But I'm like, sometimes you just got to do things, right? So we're going through some of the designs, and we're giving these artists feedback on what they got. And I forget what I said, but like I think I told the guy, I'm like, I like the idea of having a mascot. And this Bucket Bot is, pretty cool. Let's go from there. And like that immediately resonated with everybody like in the chat, because we were all in a call together for the most part.
You almost changed it to robot.
Did I?
You almost changed it to robot. Then I said, "Oh, Bucket Bot, I love that."
Yeah, the moment we heard Bucket Bot, it was like, all right, that's our guy. That's our little guy.
That's because alliteration is a thing of magic.
Well, and Bucket Byte, Bucket Bot, it works too well.
I know, doesn't it, dude? Oh, and the other thing is when I saw it on a freaking t-shirt, I'm like, I gotta have it. I gotta have it, dude. Like I couldn't not. But I appreciate all of you guys for taking time and kind of helping us get through that. So, I thought it would be fun, to kind of start things off here today. There's some people here. Like, honestly, this is the first time we've had all of us together in one location. So I thought it would be a really good idea to kind of start things off with two truths and a lie. And I believe that was suggested. Get it? Suggested. Oh man, by
everyone left.
By I thought it
I'm
was
embarrassed
funny.
for you.
Don't be embarrassed. What a jerk. By Josh from Suggestive Gaming. That's why it was funny if you didn't get it. Just to clarify.
Explain the joke. That usually makes it funnier.
Wow.
Yeah. So now, see, that's what I'm here for, to make things funnier.
This hole is getting too deep.
Yeah. Climb out before you can't anymore, buddy.
Okay, so everybody knows how two truths and a lie works. You tell two lies and then, you tell the truth twice and then lie, and yes.
Can I just point out that you said everybody knows how two truths and a lie works? You tell two lies. Wait.
Listen,
Everybody knows.
Everybody, but look, I'm like a third of a beer in, and I have not had a drink in 2 months. So, cut me some slack here, okay?
Wonders.
I want to.
It's great. You don't look like that, dude. Anyways, so we'll go ahead and start things off. Who's prepared for this?
Is it tasty?
Me. I am.
Oh,
I am.
Dom's prepared?
Dom's ready.
Oh my God.
Dom's ready. He's ready to go.
All right. Are we ready?
Yeah, go ahead.
When I was 4 years old, my first game was GTA San Andreas. All right, next one. I played Gears of War 4 competitively until Gears of War 5. And one of my friends gave me the PC I'm using right now for free.
Can I throw a twist onto this?
What's up?
Can we ask a question?
Sure. You're the one. You know what? You're the one that came up with the game. You're the one
I
that
don't
came up
know.
with the game. So I think go ahead.
Like, to elaborate, which Gears did you start with if you stopped with 5?
I started on Gears of War 2.
I'm saying that one's a lie. He was way too young for Gears 2.
Okay. Everyone gets one question.
Yeah.
I'm going to not have a question. I will not ask. And you can repeat them if you can ask. That your question can be to repeat it.
Oh, okay.
So.
Yeah.
So, Reyes, do you want to go? To figure out his truth or a lie? Or to figure out his lie?
I'm gonna go with it, and Suggestive had a very good reasoning behind that. And I remember when Gears came out. We were all pretty young still, so I'm gonna say that.
Okay. My question is going to be, can you repeat them?
Oh, in order? Well, of course
in any order.
order, but
In
like
any order.
any order, whatever.
In
yeah.
any order, yeah.
One of my friends gave me the PC I'm using right now for free. I played Gears of War 4 competitively until Gears of War 5. When I was 4 years old, my first game was GTA San Andreas.
Dang it. Ah, man. All right, I'm going to go with GTA San Andreas.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I'm gonna go with the Gears. I'm gonna follow Josh's lead on this one.
All right.
I hope I was wrong.
So
Let everybody down.
Everybody's wrong.
All right, drum roll. I don't want to make loud bangs on my desk, but whatever. The lie was Gears of War 4 competitively. I didn't play Gears of 4 competitively. And my first game was GTA San Andreas, and I was only 4 when I played it.
That makes me
It's
feel
kind of
old.
fucked up, but it's a lot of kids have that
Good game.
experience.
It's a good
playing
game.
some messed up games when they're young.
Best I did in Gears was like getting on a team, and then I got kicked off immediately.
This is going to be bad for me because like I'm the only one that knows you, Dom. And I got it wrong. And I'm going to get the one for Modtones wrong. I'm going to get the one for Reyes wrong. And, but it's to be expected. I got how the game works wrong. So
I don't blame you for getting it wrong. I talk about Gears all the time.
You're right. All right. Modtones.
Should I do an easy one, a medium, or a hard?
We all like it hard.
Okay.
I don't.
Do it hard.
All right. It's things. The topic is crazy things that's happened to me over my life. First one is I've had 2 collapsed lungs within 2-year span. I got thrown out of a bar trying to protect a girl from a creep, and I'm getting thrown in a drunk tank because I got kicked out. And the third one is I squatted in an abandoned house for a summer.
Oh.
We're going to start with Dom and work it back to me. So it'll be Dom, Josh, Andy, me.
So, when was the collapsed lungs?
When I was 16 and 18.
Okay.
You have to guess still.
Oh wait, I have to guess. I thought it was like everyone asked the question first.
No,
then
you got
they
it. You
guess.
got it. You got to guess.
Yeah, you ask and then guess.
Oh shit, my bad. Hold on.
You're good.
Fuck. What was the last one you said?
The last one.
Nope, that's 2 questions.
I don't remember. I think if I remember right, the last one you said it sounded kind of sketch.
Squatting in a house over a summer?
Wait, no, that's not. Oh, hold on. The collapsed lung sounds weird. I'm final answer that one.
Locking it in?
I'm locking in that one.
Okay, Josh.
My question is the abandoned house, how did you come across it? Like how did you find it?
So it's a long story, but it's a former house of my in-laws. There's some complications with divorce of my wife's stepdad. So they moved out of that house and got a different house because there was a weird discrepancy with the mortgage and property tax not being paid.
That just brings up more questions. I'm gonna go with drunk tank then.
All right. Reyes?
So my question is, in the bar, what made you actually make that action to actually go up and defend it? What was the scenario that you witnessed?
I was with a group of friends over New Year's Eve, and there's a creep. We were on the dance floor, and the creep was grinding up on one of my girlfriend's friends at the time, and she just would not, or he would not leave her alone. So I got between them, and the bouncer thought it was me starting stuff, and I was trying to cut this guy off, which in turn got me thrown out, which led to the cops seeing me belligerent, angry over the whole situation, and they just took me.
You want to know what? I'm gonna go for that one. I'm gonna call that one. I think the squatting and I think the collapsed lungs. Those could possibly be real. I
Bro,
just
everyone thinks you're a squatter, bro.
Well, his
Well,
his,
well,
his
things
story.
happen.
Well, and also his story was very believable. Of it wasn't necessarily an abandoned house; it was
Exactly.
a house
Oh,
with a
that's true.
connection. So
That's true.
It was a
I guess
it
that
was
is
a
believable.
family connection. So
yeah, technically, I'm squatting in an abandoned house right now.
what's your address? Gotta call the cops. No, I'm just,
All right, Reyes. Oh, you picked the bar one?
yes, I did.
Okay, my question is to repeat. Oh, it was lungs. I'm gonna go. I know which one of them is true, so I'm gonna go with. Fuck it, I'm going against the mold. I'm going with the lungs.
All right.
All right, who won?
All right. So the lie actually was I got thrown in the junk tank.
Yes.
Fuck.
That was the lie. I actually did squat in a house. The house was legitimately abandoned because when we got there, it was for over a year abandoned. We actually had to sweep up the floors, like clean the showers. Like the house was, I wouldn't say in bad shape, but it wasn't great. So, and then the 2 collapsed lungs definitely happened.
Wow.
I dropped to about 135 pounds at 6'3" in high school.
Oh.
I was really underweight. So it was a crazy time.
So that house that you're squatting in right now is like, how did you get the electricity on?
That's the part I don't know how the
I'm just
electricity
kidding.
was
No,
still
okay,
there.
Okay. I was never mind.
Oh, and the funny thing was, when we were already there over summer, there was a leaky pipe and the ceiling in the kitchen fell in.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then it got even better because after we moved out in October, the furnace went out and they didn't check it all over winter, so it flooded the entire house and it completely like the basement was flooded. It was a whole thing. Yeah. So we dodged a huge bullet getting out of that place.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was
Okay, well
yeah.
we believe that we nobody chose that one, so we can.
Sure.
You know, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, dude. I'm sorry. I'm being such an asshole to all of you guys. I love it.
It's all right because all of your jokes are bombing, so it's like
I know, and it's right on brand.
It's working.
All right.
It's the first time thing. This is great from Post.
Two truths and a lie, right? So I tell you 2 truths and a lie. That's how this game works. So
everybody knows how it works.
So the first truth is, oh no, that's okay. Let's go with statement number 1 is when I was in 8th grade, I got electrocuted by a outlet from a computer in school. Okay. Statement number 2 is I met a small bus of Packer players in my local hometown for a wedding. That's all I'm going to say about that one. And then the third one is that I've been to Disney World 5 times.
Oh.
And the first person to go is Modtones.
Ooh. My only question I have is, can you, on the second segment, you said you met Packers players in your hometown.
Mm-hmm. Oh, in my hometown of, I don't want to dox myself. It was in Southeast Wisconsin.
Okay.
If that's, I mean, I think that's
yeah,
kind of,
no.
Without, I don't want to dox myself too much, but you can ask another one if you want.
No. I'm
cheating.
gonna go with the Disney one.
Okay. Dom?
So for the Disney one, you said you went there 5 times. Can you name how old you were for the 5
Oh,
times?
Jesus. I was 3 times was when I was really young, like 5, 7, and I want to say 9. And then we went when I was 12 and 13.
Okay. You know, Disney 5 times. That seems like a lot. I'm gonna go with that one too.
All right. Josh?
I know I'm not gonna say which one because I don't want to skew Mr. Reyes's, but I know one of them is true. So I'm also gonna go with Disney because the other one sounds likely to me. So I'm going with Disney because like why would your family take you to Disney that much? Like did they have
Because they
great
love
cups
me.
there? Or
You can ask.
That was an inside joke nobody's gonna get.
Oh,
I said, do they have great cups there?
great cups. Is that a reference I'm supposed to get?
Yeah, because they can't have cakes.
Oh.
Wow.
How would I get cakes out of cups? Cakes.
Because you had to call them cups because you couldn't call them cupcakes.
Dude, I don't even remember that. I just know that there was an issue with cakes in my house. Oh, I should have used that one. That would have been a great one.
Yeah, I know more about Post Life than him apparently. But
So
I'm
you
gonna
went
say
with-
the
you went
Disney one.
the Disney-
Yeah, we'll see if
Okay.
I'm actually right about that.
All right, Reyes.
Oh, Disney, definitely all the way. I'm not even going to ask you the question. So, I mean, get the fuck out of here. I mean, no.
Yeah, no, you're 100%. You guys are all right. Yeah, dude, my poor ass family was never taken to me to Disney. I did go to Disney once though. But just real quick, I did get electrocuted in 8th grade by trying to plug in a computer. It left I don't have it anymore, but it like scarred under my nail and everything. It was pretty crazy.
That was the one I knew
you showed
was
us
true.
before.
Yeah.
You showed us that before.
Yeah, you can't really see it, but
You tried to show us.
Well, you can't see it anymore. But then the other one was the Packers. They actually, it was on your old street, Josh, was at that church down by where the funeral home is.
Oh, way down there, yeah.
Yeah, and it was Mark Chimura was down there for a wedding, and there were 3 Packers.
Oh.
Yeah.
Did they have any jacuzzis in the area? Because I sure hope not.
There was no jacuzzis in the area, but it was kind of cool because like I forget what I was doing. We were playing catch outside in the front, and someone's like, oh my God, Ryan, it's freaking a bunch of Packers, and we all went, and of course my dumb ass didn't bring anything to get signed, and they didn't want to, but they let us up on the bus, which was, now that I think about it, kind of creepy.
So you were a kid at the time.
Yeah, I was probably only like 9 years,
Oh.
7. It's 8, 7, something like that.
Hmm.
Yeah. Anyways, all right,
That's
Reyes.
Okay, I'll go. I spent over 10 years in the military, and I was one of the youngest medical instructors in the history of regional training site. For regional training sites in the military. One of my favorite places to visit is actually in Arizona, where my fiance is actually from, and we're looking at possibly getting a home there. And when I was in Hawaii, kind of similar to Dom, when I was visiting in Schofield Barracks there, on my last day, I went to a club and rescued a woman getting sexually harassed by a man, and woke up the next day next to her. So it was a good night.
Hey, how far away is your fiance from you right now?
Not
Oh
close.
shit, that was my question. No.
And it was.
Oh no.
Pick one now, gotcha.
Buzz. You gotta pick
Give
one.
that away.
I'm gonna go with. Oh, sorry. Finish your story.
Nope. I'm saying we're gonna start with Post, and we're gonna go to Post. Then we'll go to
Logan, then Dom, then Josh. That's the way it's been going the whole time. Yeah, you don't make the rules. I make the rules, and I'm gonna go with the last one.
Wow.
Personally,
Well, what's the last one? Do you remember what it was?
The one where you saved a woman and then slept with her.
Okay.
Keep in mind, I've been wrong every single time.
All right. Next
Can you-
up is Logan.
Can you repeat the second one again?
The second one is that one of my favorite places to visit is Arizona. That's where my fiance is actually from, and we're actually looking to get a home there in the future.
That seems pretty believable. I'm gonna go with. As much as I would love for it to be true, I think the lie is the third one.
The third one?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so out of curiosity, I want to know, how old were you when you joined the military?
I joined the military right out of high school. I was 18.
Oh, okay.
17 going on 18, yeah.
Anyway, I don't believe your third one.
Okay.
My question would be, what's the city in Arizona?
Peoria.
Third one.
Third
Going
one?
third one. Going third one as well.
Well, you are all wrong.
Oh no!
It's the Arizona one, isn't it?
It's the Arizona one.
No.
And
So okay, hold on.
My,
You have to hate
my,
Arizona then.
my fiance is originally from Arizona, but we are not looking to get a home there at all.
Like, I'm never gonna
rental
move.
properties, yes, because it's just with my experience, every time I've been there, the people there are they're rude, and then it's desert, so it reminds me of deployment, and the air quality is not the best.
Yeah.
And so I'm just like, and then the weather is like 130 plus, and I'm like, yeah, about that life. I'm not about that life.
You
like
did that.
that.
You did that 10 years ago. Overseas.
For what?
It was a lie rooted in truth, and I like that.
And the third one was correct.
The third one was actually true. At that club, a man was harassing a woman and her friends, and he actually grabbed onto her arm and were pushing her friends on the ground. I went up behind him, put him in a full Nelson, lifted him off his feet, and drove him into the pillar. And the actually the security guards came, grabbed me first because they saw me holding him up against the pillar, but those ladies came, ran up to him and said, no, he's the one who helped us, it's this guy. They literally grabbed this guy. Three different guys grabbed him, picked him up on each area, turned him freaking horizontally, and threw him out of the club. And
Literally
then
tossed him out.
God.
and then the girl I helped, actually, she and we had a fun time that night and went back to my hotel room.
You see,
So did you give the guy like a 5 afterwards? Like, thanks, buddy.
So what the bad part was, and the reason why I went up to them to do that was because in this club everybody was packed in, right? And they were packed in like sardines, and you could see what was happening. And so everybody kind of made a little circle, packing everybody out on the edges even more, and was just observing. Nobody was helping them. Nobody was going to actually assist these women, and I couldn't believe it. I was like, oh, what happened to chivalry? No, what happened to respecting the opposite sex? And this guy wasn't a small guy. He was twice their size.
Mhm.
And so I literally turned to the guy and I said, hold my beer. I pushed my way to the front, and I did that. I wasn't expecting any thank yous or anything. I was just trying to do the right thing.
So what you're saying is you're an actual hero and Logan is just a poser.
Yeah. Yeah. Pretty much.
Real and fake.
All right, Jop. What do you got?
All right. 2 truths and a lie. I've been to 3 different countries. My first one. Second one is I was awarded a calculus certificate of merit from the University of Milwaukee or University of Wisconsin Milwaukee. And then the third one is I was actually named after the U2 album Joshua Tree, which came out on my birthday.
Ooh.
Wow.
Oof.
Those are some good ones. You
No,
thought
this
about
sucks because
this.
I also don't know any of these.
I don't
Who's
remember
going?
the
All right,
order. Yeah, I don't
Reyes
remember
goes
the order.
first. It's gonna be Reyes, then me, Modtones, then Dom.
Explain a little bit of the background of why you received that from UWM.
I got a 100% on my final in Calc 3.
Okay.
So the professor was blown away and recommended me for the certificate of merit, which I then received.
Okay.
Which I was told they rarely give out.
You want to know what? I'm going to say the calc one because I don't even know if there is a calc 3. I don't know that, so man, I was also in school and didn't, but I don't know. There could be calc 3, there could be something even greater above that. That this is out of my ballpark. So people name their kids weird shit all the time after weird things. So that's more believable, so I mean, you mean you have people naming their kids like R2D2, 3 squared and shit. It's weird. So the naming one is a little bit more believable, and you going to 3 countries, at the throughout your life, that could be something that actually happened with visiting or vacation. So I'm going to say the calc one.
Okay. Post.
Okay, well, I'm not gonna indirectly call you an idiot.
Yes.
Um, like
But you
somebody
just did.
before me. It's honestly, this is really good from you because I don't have a clue. To me, honestly, it's the Joshua, but I also don't recall seeing you ever travel anywhere. So I'm going to stick with the Joshua from U2.
Joshua Tree? Okay.
Yeah.
You can ask a question, You didn't ask a question.
No, that's fine. I'll just continue my incorrect spree.
Am I up?
Yep.
Oh, yes.
What were the countries that you visited?
So I didn't say visited. I said I've been to. So United States, Mexico, and Jamaica.
How's the smells over there, Dom? That gas max
I don't know.
still working?
Some a little stinky.
I'm gonna go with. Man, this is tough. This is a tough one. I'm gonna go with the third option.
Joshua Tree?
Yep.
Okay. Dom.
All right. What the hell is you doing down in Jamaica?
I went on a cruise
Cruise.
of the Caribbean.
Fuck.
Smoking that good shit.
I'm gonna go with the.
Look at that shit-eating grin. It was great.
I'm gonna go with the third thing you said. Something about a tree in Joshua.
Joshua Tree. So Joshua Tree was the lie. So Post, you finally got one.
I think you actually told me that before, or you've done that.
I
think you did that. Like, or you something. Go ahead, please explain.
Well, to be fair, Joshua Tree did come out on my birthday, which is really weird. Just 4 years before I was born.
Okay.
But yeah, I did get the calculus certificate. That was all true. And then I did go on a cruise to the Caribbean. However, I was like 12 at the time, so unfortunately, I did not get to imbibe in the fun things that Jamaica has to offer.
You may have indirectly and just not realized it.
That's a good point. You could smell it everywhere. I'm not even lying. And even on the boat afterwards, it was just like, yep, all right.
So there is a Calc 3. I was
Oh
like,
yeah,
is
there's
there a
4.
Calc 3?
There's
Oh,
4.
there's 4. No, I was like, is there one? I was like, I don't fucking know.
So that means I win the game, right? Because I got one right.
At the end, yeah, it was whoever
Wait, how
got the
many?
last one right.
Who
I
got
I got it right.
who got how many? Who got more than one right?
I got 3 right.
Oh,
I don't
well,
remember. I didn't keep track.
I'll just go fuck myself.
Yeah.
Um, I had hopes. So yeah, guys.
Who only got one right? Raise your hand.
I think only posted.
It's me.
Then yeah, you won.
Yeah,
You were
we're
the best
playing.
at being the worst.
That's the story of my life.
Here's your participation trophy.
Oh, don't do that to
Nowadays,
me.
yeah.
So man, cool. So yeah, that's the crew. Everybody that's listening, that's the Bucket Bytes crew, and now we all know so much about each other, so we can now proceed forward. Awesome. So I did want to talk a little bit. We got a decent amount of topics to kind of touch on today. I wanted to start things first though. Talking about the new Harry Potter game. Now I know some of you may not have played it. I know Josh, you have. I don't think any of the other guys have. So
I have not.
With the game, just to kind of touch on it, it's a great game. It's not perfect, right, by any means. But if you haven't played it yet, but people are saying it's kind of like it's like that same level of fun that you got like playing Fable 2 back in the day. I guess is kind of like how I heard it was sort of described. But Dom brought up a topic that's basically that there's a lot of drama surrounding the game.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to kind of articulate what you mean by that?
So I didn't have like a specific article or not. I just have like social media platforms that I see people blowing up about it. A lot of it is related to J.K. Rowling,
Mm-hmm.
and because we all know that she's kind of crazy, and people don't like the fact that I think there's money from that game going to her. But at the same time, it's like, it's kind of in a weird ground. That's
Okay.
all I know. It's because people are upset because,
Well,
I'll take it a little bit here too, because I was watching a little review on Hogwarts Legacy a little bit about that, and J.K. Rowling came out a while ago, and
Not just a
basically,
while ago, like continuously.
yeah, continuously going against the LGBTQ, all of that. So that really inflamed that situation, and she's firm on her stance, right? And everybody's entitled to their own opinion. But you know how it is nowadays, right? If you're a huge public figure like that, J.K. Rowling, Harry Potter movies, it's been through our entire generation now, and the next generation that came after us. So, and with everything going on now around the LGBTQ, that area. So what's that all happening? They don't want J.K. Rowling to be associated with it anymore. But you cannot disassociate J.K. Rowling from Harry Potter or and Harry Potter games, associated with that name. And so there's been a lot of backlash from those types of crowds, especially since in the game, from what I've heard, and I have not played it. I downloaded it today, but I've not played it. That the character creation modules you have on there, you can kind of make them in almost a in any
non-binary
kind of
way.
non-binary way. Yes, that's the correct term for it. And so, which is you can kind of make it that way. So they're trying to make it more friendly, to all audiences in that regard. But still, they do not appreciate or like that J.K. Rowling is still associated with this, and are having any monetary gains from it.
Yeah, and to take that a step further, because you'd mentioned that she's entitled to her opinion, which I agree with. But she's been like especially vocal and trolly about it, like to the point where it's just like, all right, she doesn't have an opinion, she's literally attacking people on social media, which is a bit further than just like we disagree with her. It's she's
Right.
literally fighting against a specifically trans equality, which I like you know, I do not agree with in any form or fashion. But
Her opinion.
what I've correct
To clarify.
or her actions.
Yeah.
Yeah. And but what I keep going back to is, to your point, Reyes, is like we grew up with it, and I've never read a Harry Potter book, but I've seen the movies. I loved the cinematography, the set design, the music, all of the people who put all of their time and lives into making the films. That's why I like those stories. And yes, they happen to be created by a person who turned out to be a piece of garbage.
Yeah.
And it's unfortunate that, yeah, she will get monetary compensation from my purchase, but like at the same time, it's like I can disavow what somebody who had a very, not like very small part, but like a small part in creating this game, which the developers have gone out of their way to disavow what she's saying as well, by putting, you know, the different features in the character creator. And also there's a character in the game who's very important that is a trans character, which I thought was like awesome. Like I thought was them just being like, fuck J.K. Rowling's opinion.
Right.
Like, this is what we're doing. We're going to publicly like make a statement by just putting that character in there, which I thought was awesome.
Well, yeah.
So that was why I, you know, a lot of people are choosing not to support the game or buy the game, which I think is completely up to them. But
Yeah.
that's why I don't necessarily feel guilt or bad about it, because the developers, I feel, took great steps in distancing themselves from that.
Yeah, like what-
that's kind of what I wanted to state, and I'll just make this comment, and then Logan, I'll just I know you're trying to state something, so I'll let you go right at it. But one of the things is that, okay, you know, to disassociate really J.K. Rowling from the product, right? And so, yeah, this is a product. This is a game. There's been a lot of minds in this, and that doesn't mean this game denotes her opinion or anything like that. That doesn't mean even the Harry Potter books denote her opinion. This is it's an imaginary world, fantasy, just like the games are for, you know, for public consumption, to make our imaginations and to give us a good time. So disassociate that from her, right? Because when you're trying to combine both of those things together, then you lose. Then you know, you have other people who are losing out on this and are suffering when they don't really deserve that. You know, again, I didn't know that J.K. Rowling was really kind of trolling and attacking people. I don't agree. I don't agree with that at all. Everybody can have their own opinion. You know, in my mind, just don't try and force your opinion on me. Yeah, I have my own beliefs. Everybody else has their own beliefs. I'm going to respect you, respect me. You know, that's how, you know, I'd like to go about things. You know, so, but at the same time, I'm not going to try and shove it down your throat, right? So at the same time, it's like, if she's been doing that, that's unacceptable in my mind. But just please just disassociate who she is from the games and the books and the products, because those are two totally different entities.
Right.
So yeah, what Josh and Reyes kind of said, the best way to view it when you're buying the game would probably be seeing it like you're supporting the devs and their team that put a lot of time and effort into it. But you know, it's just how it is. Somebody's going to go to her, but I think the best way to view it is that you're helping the people who made the world the way it is in the game.
Right. And you don't want to, if you've played this game, you can tell 100% it's a labor of love by people who love the universe, that, and clearly they don't give a shit about J.K. Rowling, because they did introduce a very trans character into the game, and I haven't gotten too far, so I haven't seen what level of importance, but I'll take your word for that, Josh. But
and not even just important to the story. The thing I like about the character is she's treated with like a ton of reverence and respect
Sure.
from all of the characters in the game, and I thought that was like she's held to a very high regard, which it wasn't just like a character they threw in just to pander. That wasn't it at all. It was like we're gonna make a character who is important to the world and to the story,
right?
And that character is trans, so JK, go fuck yourself. That's what it felt like to me.
Yeah, that's how when I saw that, I felt the same way. But just on a kind of a sidebar of that, the whole, I don't want to go like down a whole cancel culture type of rabbit hole, but
do it. It's the first episode. Let's get hot button.
Oh my god.
But for real, you can find a reason for pretty much any company not to support what they do. Like, you know what I'm saying? Every company has someone somewhere somehow that has done something that you probably don't agree with. Go ahead.
I've heard this argument before, and my counter argument to that is it's like you can point to, well, if you've bought Nikes, you're supporting essentially child labor and child slavery, right? But it's different when you're talking about a massive corporation and literally one person.
Sure. No, I agree with you. And what she's done has taken it a step further than I think in most instances too, where she's like actually like getting in people's faces and pretty much shitting on them.
And she was the sole person who created the wizarding world.
Yeah.
So it's very easy to look at that and be like, that person created this whole thing. That person has also proven herself to be kind of piece of trash in certain senses. So it's easy to be like, nope, I don't support her. I don't support this. And again, that's fine. But
yeah,
I think that's the difference.
Logan, did you want to say something? Otherwise,
no. I mean, you guys pretty much touched on it. It's someone in her position just creating this. It's just not necessary for her to go like what she's trying to accomplish, and it's an unfortunate situation, but it's just you have to have the respect for all the developers making such an amazing game. It just, the cancel culture needs to just kind of chill out on that one, because there's a lot of people that don't associate. So,
well,
not to repeat.
The cancel culture kind of, it was actually really fucking aggressive on this game.
They were attacking content creators. Anyone, I mean, they had to shut down a website because it was a site where people could type in a streamer's name and submit like a list of streamers that were playing this game for taking shots at them for trying to cancel them and whatnot. So it's just too much. They just need to calm down on that stuff, because at the end of the day, it's just a game. Games are allowed, or for people to have that as escapism from life, and to enjoy something different that unfortunately J.K. Rowling, who is a POS, created. It's just life's weird.
Well, and one of my favorite streamers, Bike Man, who I really hope to get on this podcast one day, he took it kind of in the opposite direction, where he was like, I want to play this game. He's like, I understand kind of the moral issues behind it. So every sub, every super chat, everything that comes in is going to go directly to the Trevor Project. And I'm also going to accept donations the entire time I stream the game, and I will match them. And then he did, and he rounded it. Cool. I think he raised like $5,000 for the Trevor Project once it was done. So
wow,
like that kind of thing, I think is really cool. Where it's like, let's look at this and like see that there's an issue behind it, and instead of using that kind of, I don't want to say like, well, let's use that controversy and turn it into something positive. Yep. And that I'm all for. It's just when you start attacking people personally for something they might not even be aware of or cognizant of, like that's when it just gets.
Yeah. Well,
like, who are we really helping?
Right. Well, it sucks because hate is hate. It doesn't matter where it comes from. It doesn't matter. But kind of not necessarily changing gears, kind of going from one game who got a lot of hate, for its creator, to another game who got a lot of hate for the way they did things with The Last of Us. There was a lot of people who didn't like the fact that Ellie was, she was a lesbian, or I don't know if she was bisexual. It doesn't matter to me, but there's people that didn't like that and the story of that. But they created a show for that, The Last of Us. It's on HBO Max. Show of hands, how many of you guys have watched it in here? Now I know Dom doesn't really like it. He doesn't like Last of Us, just because it's not his cup of tea. But I know Logan hasn't. Josh, have you not seen it? Not yet?
Nope.
You just have no interest in it, or?
No, I certainly have an interest in it.
Just no
I
time?
love just no time.
Gotcha. So
I'm only interested in it for Pedro.
I was just gonna say I love Pedro Pascal. That's like
Yes.
I can't wait to
Pedro
watch it.
Pascal is outstanding.
If I can just we'll only talk about it for a few minutes, but I want to give this, like, you can go off of reviews and what people are saying, like the whole mass of people, right? But this is a game adaptation that like, honestly, I just wish this is the same kind of adaptation that Halo would have had. Because as much as I mean, I didn't hate the Halo show, right? I mean, it was different and I kind of knew about it ahead of time. But with The Last of Us, they've literally just recreated the game and made, they have to keep it fresh and make some changes, right? To be expected. And to be honest, every change that they have made has been for the better in this show. And if you have not seen this show yet, it's a fine show. It's actually like fantastic. My wife likes it. Even, that show got my wife to play The Last of Us on PlayStation.
Oh wow.
I mean, she never beat it because,
and I've seen it too. And my fiance and I have watched it together. My fiance even likes it. And she doesn't really like, to play too many games or anything like that. But she said this came from a video game. Like, yeah, the story is almost dead on from the game. And she was like, games have storytelling like this, and I'm like, you have no idea. And so it's like it was a shock for her, because it's that good. And I agree with Poster Boy. The changes made in it have only enhanced the show. It really has. It is one of those shows where I think it's going to go far on HBO, on HBO Max. They already approved of season 2.
Yeah, it didn't even take more than one episode. They saw that viewership growth from episode 1 to 2, and they're like, "Yep, hey, we're gonna greenlight 3 seasons now." Like, they didn't do that, but yeah, it's an incredible show. Josh, do you plan on? I'm assuming you're just gonna kind of find a weekend to binge it when you have some free time someday.
Yeah. How many episodes are they on now?
I think they're on 4 right now. The 5th one comes out this weekend.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm hoping
the 5th one comes out, I think, tomorrow.
I'm hoping like with now that there's a backlog, I can kind of just binge it over a weekend and catch up before the season finale. So we'll see. But I mean, I don't have like a strong attachment to The Last of Us.
Sure.
I liked the story of the first game enough, so I'm excited to see like what they did with it, because I've heard good things. So
I feel bad because Logan's kind of sitting there, but I want to finish this. Are you one of the people, Josh, that hated the story of the second game?
No, I made an entire video defending it.
Right.
I didn't like it, but I didn't hate it.
It's funny because I will read like forum posts and comments out there, and they're just like, oh, they're making all these changes. Well, hopefully they just rewrite the whole fucking second season. And I'm like, no, honestly, well, and this is a whole separate conversation, but like the second game for The Last of Us was, like it was. I'm gonna get hate for it probably, but it was a fantastic game. It did something so unique in that it, I don't know. I think a lot of times people are kind of shallow in the fact that like, oh, this is my character. I love them. I don't give a shit about anybody else. But I think it did a great job of opening your eyes and kind of forcing you to see this alternate kind of perspective.
You should watch my video, and I'm not just plugging it.
Okay.
But I'd be interested to see what you.
Yeah,
think
I know
my
I saw
thoughts.
it. I know I saw it a long time ago. So I'll have to rewatch it. By the way, Josh is from Suggestive Gaming, if I haven't said that 3 times already. Who is technically sponsor of the show, technically.
So he's famous.
I have given you lots of money, but you've also given me lots of coffee, so it works out.
That's true. Also, sponsor of the show is Nuclear Coffee. NuclearCoffeeWI.com. That's my coffee, and it's great. It's fantastic. And buy some.
Try that quarantine blend. Oh yeah.
So, I like how we just
It
had like
made
a
me like
mid episode.
coffee.
I like how we just totally just like threw in like a mid show commercial. Just like
Don't point it out. It's organic, just like your coffee.
just like my.
I mean, Dom is representing Nuclear Coffee. Look at his avatar. Boom.
Oh man,
I'm
that
on
made
right
me
now.
so happy.
The quarantine blend.
So I guess Logan, was there, just because you've been kind of quiet for a few minutes, was there a topic
Yeah.
that you wanted to talk about, so you're not just sitting there all lonely?
No, I mean, I'm up for anything. I'm the one that
Anything.
didn't watch the show. So
That's okay.
Didn't watch it either.
I couldn't really say much other than like, oh, it sounds like it's
Well,
the video game, and that's it. So
Do you know what just happened? We just had Valentine's Day not too long ago, just a couple days ago. And
did? Oh, I'm fucked.
What did you guys? Well, okay, so obviously you're joking, but for the first, like, normally my wife and I, we don't do much for Valentine's Day, but like this year, like, we legit did nothing. And it's funny because I don't know what you guys do for your Valentine's, but typically I like to, play up the fact that, oh, I'm not gonna get nothing back, blah blah blah, and then I just turn around and I'm an asshole and I get her something nice, right? And that, it kind of catches her with her pants down, so to speak, not literally, just figuratively. So, but this year she was sad. She was mad at me because, like, we actually didn't do much this year. What did you guys do? And please tell me your Valentines don't hate you as much as mine hates me.
I will say, mine loves me. So
Wait,
I
what?
took
Your
my
slept with
girlfriend
you?
loves me.
Oh,
What?
loves
No,
you.
I said loves. I said
I heard
loves.
that too. Post. So I'm
Oh,
glad
my
you
bad.
clarified.
My bad. Hold on. All
It's
right,
okay if you sleep with your
so-
girlfriend. I mean, what's wrong with that?
So
It's a weird
took-
flex, but
So I took my girl to Virginia Beach, the beachfront, and so it was kind of like a last second thing on my part. I didn't like plan too far ahead, and I was like, I looked up a food place, and I was like, that looks good. So we parked at a parking garage near the ocean front, and we walked probably like 5 or 7 minutes down the street to get to this restaurant. We went to a restaurant, and it was like, shit, we don't want to be here.
Why?
I thought it was gonna be like
on
a
Valentine's Day.
It was on
Oh.
Valentine's Day, but there wasn't anyone in there, right? And I thought it was
Oh.
a nicer restaurant. restaurant.
Nobody in a
It wasn't
restaurant on
nice.
Valentine's Day?
It wasn't
that's
nice.
right.
Oh, that's why.
Oh,
That's
no.
why.
I went during.
Well, that makes sense.
I also went during like Russia. I mean, when people are working, that's when I went out when everyone else is working and stuff. So there wasn't a lot of people.
Okay. All right.
So after we decided that place wasn't like what we wanted, we were I'm so sorry. So we went walking for another restaurant. I'm looking through my phone, right? We're on the side of the building. I'm looking through my phone, looking for this other restaurant. And then it shows up like a restaurant at like a hotel. I'm like, it looks nice. Let's go. So we we walk another probably like 5 minutes to this hotel, and we look hella awkward. We're in like in the middle of the road, just walking towards this hotel, and we can see like the people at the doors just standing there and looking at us. And they open the door for us, like, "What y'all here for?" I said, where's the restaurant?" He tells me to go to the top floor. I'm like, "What?" So I go in. I ignored what he said, and there's another restaurant in the hotel to the right, all the way down. So me and her go all the way down to the restaurant. Very beautiful location. It looks very nice and stuff. Then we get our seats. We look through the menu, and we're like, "Fuck, this looks like ass." So then our waiter comes, very nice lady. She asked, what would we like to eat?" And we were like, "Yeah, we might be leaving."
Okay.
And she's like, "All right, just take your time. It's Valentine's Day, whatever." So eventually we got up the courage, left that building. Then we had to walk back all the way where we came from just to go to a restaurant next to where I parked.
Man, if I was you, I would have I would have stuck with the hotel. I mean, come on, you have the mood already there at the hotel. You're in the
Uh,
place. Go to the top floor. Go to the very top. Try that restaurant, and then be like, well, I'm kind of tired. Why don't we just sleep here?
I thought about going to the restaurant on top, but we both looked at that menu too, and we're like on our phone. I didn't go to the top floor. I didn't go to the top
So
floor.
you
We
didn't
looked
go
at
to
the
the
menu.
top and then go on top?
Nah.
No? Okay.
No, no.
That's okay. That's okay.
And
Hey, that's all right.
Did the day end well though?
it did. We went to go get ice cream at like this little pizza place. It was great. It was great. Best ice cream I ever fucking had. It was worth it. It was a lot of fun.
Post reaction got me. I'm sorry.
What'd I do?
Nothing. I love you,
You
Dom.
didn't do anything.
I
It was
love you.
post.
I love you, Dom, so much.
How long have you guys been together, Dom?
It's been a year now.
Okay.
That's
Nice.
Good for you.
That's good.
Good for
It,
you.
it just it just became a year. Yeah.
What did you do for the year for your year anniversary, or was that literally like your Valentine's Day and your year?
So for
Your
the
year.
anniversary, we went to just a simple restaurant. I took her to like a new place she's never been to, and I had a surprise gift for her in at my house. So I gave that to her for the anniversary. And then
Okay.
Valentine's Day comes up, and I have to spend more money.
Yeah. That's what you get for that's what you get for doing it at the same time. What about you, Logan?
Well, I got flowers for my wife, and well, not as nice of a dinner as Dom, but we got McDonald's.
Hey, McDonald's
We're
can
easy to
be
please. I mean, we've been married. We've had lots of, nice dinners and whatnot. And it being a weekday, pretty sure it was a weekday. Yeah, it was a weekday. It was like a Monday or Tuesday. But we just got our usual McDonald's. But I don't know. It was funny because that's actually how our first Valentine's Day was too. Was we were college poor, one of those deals. So it was just kind of funny. We were kind of joking about it, how it's just what 8-9 years later and we're still doing the same thing.
Nostalgic, right?
Yeah, it felt that way, but
Yeah.
it was good. It was a good time.
That's
Outstanding,
awesome.
man.
I I you know how Facebook gives you the memories, right? I had a memory from like 10 to 12 years ago of me giving my wife some roses, but we didn't have a vase at the time, so I put it in a mug root beer 2-liter bottle. I don't know why, but your story of McDonald's date on Valentine's Day reminded me of that. So
Class.
it's
High
you know,
class.
hey, you know what though? You make things work with what you got, man. But you know what though? I don't think it really matters though to your significant other. If you make an effort to show them that you love them, then it's all good in the hood. And if it's not, then you gotta get the fuck out of that relationship.
That's a big red flag.
Yep.
So, what about Josh?
We don't do anything for Valentine's Day. We did nothing for Valentine's Day.
Thank God I'm not the only one. Oh
yeah, no, like usually, like maybe like the week, because the problem is like if you go the day of, you run into the crowd. If you even go like the weekend of, you run into the crowd.
Yep.
So like we'll do like a week or two later, just like all right, this is our Valentine's Day celebration, and we'll just go out to dinner or something. But
Is that what's like getting old?
yeah, absolutely. That's why I asked actually how long you guys have been together, because I'm like, all right, by year 6 or 7, you're gonna stop walking around half the town to try to find somewhere to eat on Valentine's Day. You're just like, fuck this, let's just go home and watch the same episode of South Park we've seen 8,000 times. But yeah, so I mean, we might do something next week. We're currently planning the wedding and trying to buy a house, so it's like that takes precedent over any kind of celebration. It's like, all right, we're planning the future here. Let's not.
I
worry
feel you,
about
brother.
Yeah. So,
what about you, Reyes? What did you do?
Well, similar, to Joshy over there. It's it was for us. She had been telling me way prior that to not do anything for her. She was like, we made an agreement we are trying to get our home, and then we're having our wedding, and we're trying to do that all within pretty much the wedding's June 1st, and so we're trying to have our home by May 1st. So we're on a tight timeline and with everything. And so she was like, we're not doing anything big and nothing for Valentine's Day. We're just gonna hit it hard. And I'm like, okay. Well, I agreed with her. She also said that because she has ulterior motives, because she always tells me that I am a great gift giver, and she does not like to live up to that expectation. So and so what ended up happening was Valentine's Day came, again, working in the office, as you know. Been working just brutal long hours, basically time I get up until almost 1 a.m. in the morning.
I told you to quit your
And
job.
and then I had a quick break and I went out, and she had a card there ready for me. And this card right here, you can't see it that well, but it says, "For my husband, with love, yesterday, today, and always, I believe in every moment we've created together. I look at you every day and think how lucky I am to have you in my life." And she goes in and says, "I love you so much, and I'm truly grateful for you. Seasons come and seasons go, but we'll always be together, and happy Valentine's Day." And when I asked her, I was like, "Why'd you do that? You really were adamant on this agreement." And she said, "Well, I couldn't do much. I got you some sugar-free chocolates, because I understand we're on a diet, on everything, but I got you some sugar-free chocolates in this card, and the reason why I did it is because you always do so much for us." And she said, "I'm supporting her and wanting to build on her education right now and on her starting her new career. So she's really appreciative of that, and she understands how much pressure that is for me, and that she just wanted to show something and do something for me for once, instead of us doing stuff for each other, and me doing stuff for her. She just really wanted to do something for me this Valentine's Day." And I thought that was just so sweet that she did that. But at the same time, when I told my coworkers what she did, all my coworkers are like, "Bro, you done fucked up. Man, you done fucked up. She did that and you didn't get her anything. You better do something this weekend. I don't give a fuck what it is. That is the key to a happy marriage. I've been married for 20 years, and I'm just telling you, it's a trap. It's a trap. She's gonna go back to this. You're gonna go back to this one day and be like, 'Remember that Valentine's Day I did something for you, and you didn't do anything for me?'" And so, yeah, so I have that expectation. So I'm trying to figure some shit out too for me right now. It's cute what she did, but at the same time, I'm a little bit scared. I'm not gonna
So
lie.
low key, the reason why I always play down what I'm getting my wife and then get her something bigger is because of that. And do you know what? It doesn't matter, because if you forget one time, you're fucked. You're
Either
fucked.
that or hype it up. If you hype it up too much,
yeah, that too.
If you hype it up and then it just does not go well, that happened one Christmas to me, and it's been years, and I still hear about it.
Our boss did that. Not our direct boss, but the company owner. That happened for either his wife's birthday or something like that. I can't remember the specifics, but what is this, Reyes, that about men's Valentine's Day?
Sweetest.
Oh yeah, there's such a thing as a men's Valentine's Day, because Lindsay and I were talking about this, and my fiance, and we were like, okay, it's Valentine's Day. It's usually for the women. You do that, and it's a
Mhm.
little bit different in other countries. Like here, we'll give the ladies chocolate, right? Or we'll do something nice for the ladies. The ladies can do something nice for the men too, but it's more skewed towards the men doing things for the ladies. Whereas in other countries, it's a little bit different. Even Japan, on this day, the ladies are the ones who give chocolates to the men, right? And so it can be different in different places. But we're like, okay, what do we have for a day for men? and it's called Steak and Blowjob Day.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that. Yeah, March 14th.
What?
Yeah.
He's got the day memorized. I
Yeah,
love
of
it.
course.
I'm
It's
putting this
called-
on my calendar.
and so
This is going on my
it's-
calendar.
and so we looked it up and we're like, okay. And I'm like, and she's like, oh, it's too bad. We're not married yet, so you don't get that until next year. And I'm all just like this, like crying, But I'm looking forward.
Can you at least
to
get
that.
half of it? Dealer's choice.
I know, right? I was like, can we negotiate the terms of this right now? Can we barter? And so, but steak and blowjob day, that is the day.
Who cooks the steak?
March 14th. Obvious, nope. The steak, we, they'll buy us the good steak. We can cook it.
Okay.
And then obviously the blowjob. We can't do that for ourselves, so we need their
Some of us
assistance.
can. I'm not saying I can. I'm not saying I can. But I'm just saying anyways, I'm sorry. Actually, I'm not gonna lie. I would love for my wife to cook me a steak.
That's
just
not right.
in
though,
general.
that was going.
Just in
On
general.
a cast iron.
That sounded like
On
a
a
fun
cast
fact.
iron.
She's out there. I know she's out there in Chatland. By the way, plugging anybody who's listening to this or watching to this live on Twitch, because we record these live on Twitch. If you are there and you follow, you'll get 500 free points. You also get points for watching. You can actually go down to the channel points redemptions, and there's one called Ask a Question. At the end of the show, we're going to be going ahead and just kind of answering some of the questions at the end of the show. So feel free to do that at any point during this show. So, just wanted to do, of course. By the by, we don't acknowledge them now. We will acknowledge them at the end of the show. So excellent. Anybody have anything to add on Valentine's Day?
Life hack to go the day after Valentine's Day to the store to get candy and chocolate half off.
Same can be said for pretty much any holiday, though, right?
Well,
mostly Valentine's Day and Halloween.
Yeah.
Yeah, I suppose.
Yeah. I mean, Halloween though, I feel like that stuff gets cleared out.
Yeah, it's pretty
Valentine's
quick.
Day.
really does.
Valentine's Day is like there's just so much left over.
Right. Yeah, that's true. That's
Yeah, I
true.
went to a store like after Valentine's Day, and I went to like the aisles were just back still. There were still like little empty holes and stuff, but most of the shit was still there.
Yeah, as somebody who worked at a department store after 7 Valentine's Days, I got a lot of giant Hershey bars for very cheap.
I wish
You
I
need
liked
to check
chocolate
the
like that.
expiration dates on some of these things though.
That's
I've
true.
been to some grocery stores and they have them right there in the front, right next to the checkout counter. And I'm like, okay, I'll get a bar. And then I picked one up and I was just about to purchase it. And I looked and I was like, why was this expiration date 4 months ago?
4 months, you got
And-
lucky.
Oh,
Usually it's like 2 years.
Yeah,
there's
it's like
stuff on it.
4 months, but and then you're looking and you're like, all of these are like it can get bad, and
The
so
stuff on the
I'm
register is always bad. Yeah.
like, geez,
Yeah. Hey, do you guys want to play a game real quick?
Sure.
Let's play a game.
Yeah, you want
Let's
to play a
do it.
game? Pull out a game bite.
I like games.
It's a Bucket Bytes first. We're going to be playing a game called Desert Island.
Ooh.
Some of you guys may have. This is more in line for like school age children, but
Are you sure it's not Desert Island?
It is
That
not
sounds-
Desert Island. We could play Desert Island after you hear the rules of the game. So basically, how this game's gonna work. I'll start it off so you guys kind of get an idea. I'm going to have a rule, and I'm going to start by naming something, and then you guys will each take turns naming one thing that you would bring with you to the desert island. Now, if it follows the rule that I've come up with that I don't say, then I'll say you can bring it. And if it doesn't follow that rule, you cannot bring it. Okay? So if you guys all can't bring one on or whatever, we get through the whole group, I'll say another item, and then the first person to guess what the rule is the winner of the game. Does that make sense? Like
No.
for example, if I said I'm going to be bringing I'm going to bring lemons to my desert island. And then Josh would say, oh, I'm going to bring an apple to the desert island. And I said, no. Then Andy says, oh, well, I'm going to bring a banana. And I said, yes. Okay. Then Logan's like, I'm going to bring a dandelion. And I said, yes. The rule then would be things that are yellow.
Oh, I see.
Okay. So there's a rule that the person that starts it, and then, like I said, whoever figures it out gets the point. Okay?
Okay.
All right.
How do we figure out who guesses what the rule is? Just yell it out,
It's
or-
in a turn. So it'll go. So like if I go first, we're gonna go Logan, Dominic, Josh, Andre. That's the kind of the order. We're kind of going counterclockwise with the things here. Okay.
Okay. So if
Got
nobody
it.
gets it, then
Correct.
we have to go back around the
And
horn.
then I will say another item to help give you guys kind of more of a hint.
Got it.
Okay. All right. So
So you just pick. You just pick in your own head what the rule is. Okay.
Yep. And I will not tell you. So the item I'm going to be bringing with me to a desert island is a baseball bat.
What was the order?
Logan.
Oh. An axe.
Yes.
I am going to be bringing a a shovel.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And if
I'm
you
gonna be
guess, and if you take a guess, we could make a caveat to this game. If you guess, you do not get a turn next round. And if you're wrong, that is.
I'm gonna be bringing a.
It's
trenching tool.
Josh next.
Oh no! Oh, okay. Okay.
A rake.
Yes.
I'm gonna be bringing a trenching tool. It's kind of like a shovel and an axe, combined together.
Yes. You can bring it. The next item I'm going to be bringing with me is a sofa.
What?
So, if you can guess,
You have to guess what the rule is.
Right. So, since it's my turn,
You can guess. Yes.
The rule is they all have to have wood.
That is correct.
Oh shit, that's so smart.
Oh, good.
There you go. So it makes sense, right? And you can make these obscure as hell. Like at first, I was thinking, the rule was going to be items that can be used in a zombie apocalypse, but I was like, it's kind of too vague, maybe.
Yeah, it's pretty vague.
So kind of
Yeah.
midway. You guys, luckily, all of you guys said something with wood in it, and I'm like,
No,
I'm
I
changing this. So the
It
way.
messed me up.
Well, you didn't get a chance. You didn't get a
It
chance.
could have had a wooden handle. Who knows?
That's what I assumed. It was that it could have had
Yeah.
a wooden handle.
Right.
So, all right, Mod Tones, you're up. Or I mean, Logan, sorry.
Oh, so I have to think of what you did. The rule.
Yes, yeah. And if you're not ready, we can skip you and come back.
So it's for the island, though, correct?
Well, no, it doesn't.
Okay.
It's just a stupid rule. It's just
Okay.
yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, got it.
All right, Dominic's first.
Well, Logan's first.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So technically, I would go.
Oh,
Right?
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Yes, that's
Logan-
correct.
Logan
That's
would
For
correct.
the example.
yeah, Dominic, just figure it out, man. Just throw something
Just
out
figure
there.
it out. Just guess some shit.
That would be hard level. Ooh, that would actually be a really fun, like, if we get good at this.
Expert
Hard level.
mode?
Yeah, expert mode. Anyways.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Desert Island.
Yeah. All right.
All right. So I'll still do the desert island thing, but
Sure.
I'd be bringing a hammock.
A hammock. Can I bring a chair?
No.
Oh.
Okay. Josh.
A mattress?
Yes.
Shit.
Could I bring a tent?
Yes.
I'm gonna guess. Is the rule things you can sleep in?
No.
Dang. No turn for me next
Oh.
time.
Wait, is it my turn now?
Nope. It's Logan's turn. No, it's Logan's
Oh,
turn.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah,
I
another
remember.
one.
Yep. I'm gonna bring a net for fishing.
That was the other one.
A net for fishing. I'm gonna take a guess. Is it bringing things with holes in it?
No.
I'd hope a mattress doesn't have holes in it.
Oh, I forgot about the mattress.
Or a tent.
Well, a tent has
Yeah,
a hole to
comfortable.
hold it into in.
I guess that's true. That's true.
I am going to bring.
Wait, what did Josh say?
Mattress.
No, the second time around.
I haven't
Ye-
gone the second time.
Yeah,
My
you gotta
second?
wait. Yeah, you're next.
Oh shit.
Oh,
That's fishing pole.
Sure. Yes. Yeah. I guess it could classify. It's kind of. Yeah. That one doesn't help. I have to say yes out of following my rule, but like it doesn't help. So you could re-guess if you want to.
No, that's fine. That's all I got.
I'm gonna bring flint to start a fire with.
No.
Oh,
All right,
okay.
I can't guess, so go ahead.
You
Logan.
can't guess. Yeah, we're skipping you.
I can't guess
So I-
either.
So I have to go again.
Yep.
Yes.
I should have been thinking about other things. I'm gonna bring, like on boats, they got the little buoys. So when you go up against the dock, you tie on the little floaty buoy thing to the boat. One of those things.
Okay.
All right, it's Josh's turn.
What was the first one?
The very first one I did was a hammock.
It was
I'm gonna
hammock,
say
yeah.
things with string.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh shit.
There it
All
is.
right. All right. Whew.
All right.
Yeah,
all
I
right.
was like, oh shoot, I don't know
That was
if I
good.
did this one too hard or not, because the
I think
string on the
fishing pole-
mattress
that was a good one.
is,
I think
is
fishing
when you.
pole
That was
helped.
good.
Okay, okay. I was like, man, that one kind of yes.
Right. No, that was a
All
good
right, that
one.
was good. That
All right,
was
Dom.
good.
I like
That was
one.
very good.
Oh fuck! I have to think of something. Shit.
Yeah, you
sure
have to
do.
use your brain now. How's the smell over there, by the way?
Brain meats. I can't smell shit.
Well, that's good. It's because you're wearing a mask.
Yeah, sure. Yep.
Yeah, we
Amen.
hope it was working.
I hope so too. I don't know. Oh fuck. To bring to a desert island, I am going to be bringing a. I'm going to be bringing one apple.
Just one apple.
One
Okay.
apple.
All right, Josh.
Can I bring a pear? A one pear, not a
One
pear
pear?
of something, but one pear, the fruit.
Sure. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Reyes.
Can I bring an MRE?
How many MREs?
Okay, you gave it. You just fucked up.
Oh shit!
You fucked up.
I'm not good at this game. I'm not good at this game.
Do over.
One MRE.
One.
Is the rule one of anything?
Yes.
There we go.
That was brilliant.
I love it. All right, Josh. What do you got, buddy?
I'm going to bring a piece of paper.
Piece of paper. Okay.
Reyes?
I'm going to bring. Hmm, a pencil.
Yes.
Okay.
It's interesting because I
Well-
want to. I want to. I don't.
Guest post. Guest.
Can I bring a baseball bat?
No.
Okay.
Can I bring a Xerox machine?
No. No. It would be way too heavy.
Can I bring a can I bring a whiteboard?
No.
Oh.
All right, Josh.
I will bring a stack of twigs.
Oh, wait.
All right, Reyes. The silence is.
I don't
is-
I don't
it's
know.
so loud.
It's loud.
I do not know.
You can almost hear the gears turning in his head.
He's not here.
Can I bring a pen?
What's the pen made of?
What's the pen made of?
Yeah.
Wood on the outside.
Yes.
Shit.
I'm gonna guess lightweight wooden items.
You got to be a little more specific.
Fair.
So I'm going to say no.
That's my guess.
Yeah, I'm going to say no.
Sure.
You're.
I'm going to say things that are made of wood.
No.
I said
things
baseball
that-
bat, and he said no.
Oh, we did say that.
Oh,
Shit.
that's right. Oh.
I think I was a little too specific in my rule, but we'll see.
That's okay. That's what makes it fun.
I suppose.
Oh no. Can I bring a Shit. I'm so sorry.
I'm gonna start introducing timers to this game. I think
You might need to.
Yeah.
We're like shit.
10.
I'm just gonna guess. I'm just
9.
gonna guess.
All right.
Things that are made. Oh shit. Never mind. Just skip me. Fucking skip me. Skip me.
You can
All right,
you
Josh.
can just guess. Just guess an object so you don't lose a turn like I
I don't
did.
know an object right now.
Well, if he skips, then he doesn't lose the next turn.
Tiny table.
No, not tiny table.
All right, Josh.
My next thing I'm going to bring is a dating app.
Oh, that changes it up. A dating app.
All right, so now I'm like 100% lost.
Yeah, me too. Actually.
A
When you hear it,
dating
you're going to be like,
app.
oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Hmm.
Who's first?
I'm gonna try. I'm not sure, but I'm gonna try it. So, no, that wouldn't count though, because then
Oh, how do you know unless you ask?
no, it wouldn't count because it wouldn't have mattered then last time if the pen was wood or metal.
All right, 10.
So, so
9.
I'm gonna say, can I bring
5.
a phone?
No.
Okay.
Oh no.
Maybe, but no.
Maybe.
Maybe, but leaning very much towards no.
Okay.
Is the rule small Never mind.
No, it's not small. Never mind.
Okay. If Logan or Dom can't get it, you got to tell us.
All right.
Well, I got skipped, so
Oh.
Well, no, everybody did. So.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. I shouldn't have guessed. Yeah, go ahead. Tell us.
Well, no, everybody did. So it's just on to the next round.
Okay. But you just want to tell us then?
No,
Or do you
no,
want
no.
us to try to figure it out?
Logan and Dom can try.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Well, I guessed.
You're the last two. You're the last two guesses.
But everybody guessed last time, so everybody got skipped. So we just basically skipped around. It's fine.
Okay, got it. Man, this is a tough one. Well,
I love how we're all struggling with this elementary age game.
yeah, right.
I thought that the dating app one would do it.
Honestly, that threw me for a loop.
Yeah, I'm not gonna guess. I'm not gonna try to think about it anymore.
Oh, I know what it is.
Do you have it? Do you have it?
No, I fucking know.
All right.
Well,
if Dom
maybe.
doesn't get it, I'll let you try it. If Dom doesn't get it, I'll let you try it.
Is it things with dates on it?
No.
Fuck.
All right. So everything that's been said has been small and wooden, and then the dating app is Tinder.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, it has something to do with kind of making like kindling items or making a
things to start a fire.
Yeah, things to start a fire.
Wow.
Yes.
Oh, that was good.
Go. That was great. That was great.
Oh, start a fire. Fuck. Okay.
Yeah, you said kindling, which was what I was initially thinking, and then I evolved it into things to start a fire later. But that was perfect.
Awesome. Cool. We got one more. We got Reyes still yet.
That's right.
Okay.
All right, on to the next game. Back to. I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
So, I would bring with me Okay.
Yeah.
I would bring with me Flint.
Can I bring a fucking rock?
I mean, kinda. I guess it depends on how you use it. I would say.
Okay, I know what it is. I think. Don't give hints like that.
Could I bring a box of matches?
Same response.
Everyone's stuck on starting a fire now. Which is
okay. Is it Damo's turn?
Yes.
All right. Dom likes to say he's gonna bring a. Can I bring charcoal?
That
Reyes, when you're saying yes or no, make sure that it's like the primary use. Well, a primary or secondary use of the item.
I'm gonna say, I'm gonna say no for that one.
Oh.
Can I bring a block of granite?
Minecraft.
I'm gonna say no.
All right, Reyes. You gotta tell us another one.
All right.
Next thing you'll bring.
Same
Same topic.
Yep. I would also bring a knife.
is the rule things that can be used as weapons, or just weapons.
No.
Who's going around with a piece of flint and hitting people?
I mean, you could kill somebody with a fucking. What do you think arrows were made of?
Yeah, but you
Maybe
said
just like
primary.
a little piece of flint.
I mean,
Like,
I guess
your own
a flint had-
rule.
All right, all right.
All right, you ready for this?
Ready.
Things that create a spark.
No.
That
And
was good, though.
I thought you were gonna get it though.
Oh, I would have. Oh man.
Shit. This is awful. Can I?
Mine might be too specific though, but
Oh Jesus!
so
Here I was, fucking items that are wood, and then now we're pulling out Calc 3 shit.
wait,
Like-
and poster boy, and poster boy, what was your response again?
Things that could be used as a weapon.
Okay, continue, everybody.
Is it things that can be used to make a weapon?
Yes.
I got it. I'm big brained. Get out of here, Post. Massive brain. I got that right.
Dude, I literally got a word wrong.
Yeah.
But the word changed the entire effect.
It sure did.
Of the
I'm
rule.
Completely.
I'm with Reyes on this one.
You weren't even
And so-
close, Post.
Yeah, come on.
And
dude.
so
I mean, I was way off the mark. Don't get me wrong, but
Cool.
you know,
Hey,
so,
did you guys
and-
like
and it
like
was-
that game?
and It was
That game was
close,
great.
though.
It was
It
good.
close.
I think we need to improve it.
I think
Oh.
Josh is telling us that he'll be right back.
I gotta
Oh,
do
okay.
a potty
I
break.
didn't
I'll be right
oh,
back.
I thought
Potty
Josh was
break.
just saying burb.
Burp.
I thought he was
I
saying
think-
burb.
I think we should definitely implement timers into the next batch.
Yeah,
of games
I
we do.
agree. It should probably, especially if we got this many people in there, should probably be about 10 seconds, I think, to think only.
yeah, 10.
Yeah, or 15. Can we settle on 15?
No.
Mm-mm.
That's fucked
It-
up.
Listen,
part of the
P
game.
brain. No, I'm just kidding. So, yeah, man. I guess Josh is gone, so let's just talk about him.
Big fancy YouTube man, big channel.
No, I didn't mean good things.
Oh, I don't like his channel.
Well, no, I don't want you to lie either. I'm just kidding. I'll take this time though, just for those of you watching, if you do have any, he's Josh in chat. Well, WTF, guys? Come on. So
Oh, he's back.
that
Look,
was
he
quick.
returned.
So did you just open
You
a
don't like
window
my-
and pee
You
out
don't
the
like my
window?
YouTube channel, huh? Jeez.
No,
Yeah,
I
did you hear him
never
say?
said
He
that.
said, "Dude, that was I have video proof."
I didn't
Actually,
say
I
that.
don't
You
because
know,
I'm.
This is
So
gonna be
did
a
you
war
force
now.
it out, or did you allow it to come out gradually?
No, it was a force. I had to get that. I had to get that stream going quick so I could get back
Speedrun.
here.
So you just opened the
Speedrun,
window and just took a
yes.
leak out the window there?
Yeah, right out there. Yeah.
Yeah, congrats. That's awesome, dude. That must be
Yeah,
nice.
dude.
I'm in the basement.
Helps
so
helps
the
melt
windows
the
are-
snow. You don't have to shovel as much.
Yeah, that's true.
Do your initials.
Wait, do you guys
Yeah.
have snow? Like actually?
On the neighbor's house.
Yeah.
Oh man. All right. So
no. Glad I don't have to deal with that nonsense anymore.
yeah, go fuck yourself. So you know, I think we'll just touch on a couple more things, and I think we'll wrap it up today. How does that sound to you
Okay.
guys? Yeah, does it
Sounds
sound good to you guys?
fine.
That sounds
Yeah.
fine.
Mhm.
Yeah. Is that gas mask? Can you still breathe in there? Okay, Dom. For those of you who, what was that? It sounded
Gnawing in the gas mask. Gnawing in
He's
the
trying
gas
to
mask.
breathe in the gas mask.
So for those of you who can't see, obviously, if you're listening to this later, Dom is doesn't have a camera, so he's wearing a gas mask.
Broke.
I'm just kidding. I totally ruined the illusion. I lied. Hey, how are everybody's? Did you guys get New Year's resolutions? Set any for yourself?
I'm gonna be
Yeah.
honest. I don't even remember New Year's.
Well, you shouldn't be so drunk on New Year's.
Seriously, how old are you?
I didn't get drunk. I think I don't remember today.
You don't remember today?
You remember
You're
today?
you're
I
way
did-
too
I don't
young
remember
for
the
that.
day.
Man.
I was gonna say it sounds like me. Damn.
Yeah, I was gonna like when I hit 30 and I was like, I legitimately don't remember things anymore.
Oh yeah.
But
Don't
like
know
at
where
your
you put
age,
stuff.
yeah,
Ugh.
you're way too young to start forgetting things, man.
Oh
My
man.
bad.
Yeah.
My bad.
No, but seriously, did any of you
I
guys?
don't do the resolution thing, you know. So it's just it's one of those things where if it's the new year and it has to come up to that time, and now you want to make a resolution, and now you want to try and change something, you could have made that decision at any time. It's all accountability and discipline. So if you
Mhm.
really want to do something, you're going to do it. If you really want to play that game, you're going to do it. You're going to find time. You're going to make it happen. So it's just there's not a resolution. That's just something you have to find within yourself, get it done, and just do it.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't have
that's
resolutions. I just have goals.
sure.
You
Mm-hmm.
know, like I set a goal
Exactly.
for myself
Right.
at the beginning of the year, but like resolution, like you said, it's like I don't know, it's like a fluff term where it's like
Yeah. That's
Well,
why you
it's
see
you're not gonna
all
do
these
it unless you're
people.
gonna do it. Yeah.
That's why you see all these people, after January 1st, they're like, I'm gonna be in the gym. You see the gyms flooded with people. A month later, most of those people are gone.
2 weeks, shit.
It's
yeah,
Yeah.
it's
just
true.
it's just the truth, so you have to have, that personal, goal, something that really means something to you, and something that you aspire to, and somewhere that you aspire to get.
Right.
What's that end goal, and then you make another goal, and then another goal after that. You never get complacent, so because there's too much in life to do and experience, and that to just get, to not really apply yourself, in my mind.
Well, I think a lot of setting goals, like I think a lot of people fail goals because sometimes, and I don't want this turned into a goals talk, but you'll set goals that are way too high, unachievable, or, something like that. But something that especially if you're a gamer, something that really helps you kind of achieve your goals is to kind of gamify things, if that
Hmm.
makes sense. So like turning things into a game to help you kind of achieve your goals. Like, and I don't remember who's the person that put this bite in the bucket today. But
It was me.
was it you?
Yeah.
Well, here, before I kind of go on a thing, do you want to how is your resolution now that everyone just shit on resolutions?
I didn't shit on him. I just said what I do.
Right. I think it's a good intention, because obviously people have a lot of stuff going on, and it encourages people to think, hey, it's a new year. What do I want to accomplish? Because there's
Mhm.
people that are disciplined. You just don't know what everyone's going through in any stage of their life, high or low. It's a good intentional thing to think, okay, it's a new year. What have I accomplished? What goals have I even set up? And you're like, you know what, this year is going to be different. It's more or less putting out good intentions rather than like I'm going to become this extra thing or whatever. So, for example, like mine for this year was just overall mental health, because the last probably like 5 years I've been complacent, just in the way that like kind of like the tough guy mentality of like swallow my pride and just keep grinding. But like it's worn me down, and I've been slowly trying to ramificate it, but like I never fully actually prioritized it as much as I am now. Um, for example, like I like go and talk to my doctor about it, stuff like that. So just taking it more seriously and implementing it in other parts is really, really important, rather than just
Mhm.
making it like, oh, I'm gonna get 6-pack abs or something like that. It's just, obviously far-fetched goals are they're not gonna last, but ultimately I was just kind of making it a topic of like, what do new intentions or things do you plan on trying to accomplish this year?
Can I share a personal story related to that?
Sure.
Absolutely.
So, and this is actually coincidental. So I've been dealing with like debilitating panic attacks for the past like 3 years. and I had the very same kind of like hang up about getting help for it, of like, it's, I can deal with it, it's like my brain, like it's, I don't know, like it's that stigmatization around it. And I finally talked to my doctor about it and went on some meds, which I was also very kind of reluctant to do. And for the past, I don't know, like 3 or 4 weeks, it's been night and day difference. So like, it's one of those things where it's a very scary step to take, but I can't speak highly enough about it to make that jump, do it, because worst case is nothing's gonna change. Best case is it's gonna be a better daily experience for you. So
Yep.
I think that's a great, you know, thing to drive
Right.
towards, and that's a great thing to focus on as well.
Yeah,
really is.
because ultimately, getting that part in order for you to be able to accomplish, because like that could be hindering other goals that you're trying to aspire and achieve. So I think it's really important that people take. I mean, obviously, in this day and age, mental health is such an important thing that people are more comfortable talking about. Um, Obviously, COVID was detrimental to a lot of people's mental state. For example, I forget the stand-up comedian who did his special.
Bo Burnham.
Bo Burnham. Holy cow. Talk about a masterpiece, but that stand-up was deep. You could tell it was almost like a therapy for him in that. And but yeah, I didn't mean to take a more serious turn, but ultimately, I think mental health and just being comfortable and then taking it seriously just to accomplish other goals is important, rather than just making it a short phase, because it hinders you in so many other aspects of your life. You may not even fully realize it.
Absolutely.
And it's one of those things where you it's never going to end. This is a continuum. And this is something you need to continually improve. Life is constantly changing. You're constantly changing. Change can be scary, but you can't grow without change too. So there's you have to think about it in that way. Mental health is a serious it is a serious subject, and it takes a lot of self-reflection and actually confronting things that a lot of people are not comfortable with, but also learning about how to confront them, how to get over those humps, how to deal with some of these things. It's a big learning experience. And so for me, PTSD was a big thing. It was mental health. It was a big thing for me, and it still is. It's something, and it's still things that you're constantly learning. Still things that you might have triggers or things that may affect you in some way. But taking that time is for reflection is highly important. So I give you kudos for that. Really.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, Josh, you were gonna say something, or did that kind of cover the bases you were gonna say?
That covered.
Yeah,
the
I
bases.
just, not that anybody asked, but I'll put my 2 cents into the whole thing. It was last year, where I reached out, kind of the same thing, where I was too proud to not go and reach out, and I didn't want to talk to my doctor. I didn't anything. So like, if you're too scared to talk to your doctor, not that you're scared to talk to somebody, but there's apps out there that sometimes health insurance will cover, even if it doesn't. It's semi affordable. The reason I stopped was because of affording it. But I tell you that 6 to 8 months where I was getting the help I needed really took me out of a huge funk. And I've been able to better regulate, my how I feel. Now it's the medication does help, when you're on it, but I think the point is, make sure if you got to talk to somebody, man, talk to somebody.
Yeah, bring up your
Yeah.
concerns. I mean, medication isn't always the answer, obviously.
Right.
Right.
I just happen to
Right.
have a generalized anxiety disorder, which that certainly helps. But
Right.
yeah, the point is, don't bury it under your own pride. Feel free to reach out to somebody if you're having troubles.
Right.
That's truly the biggest thing, is just communicating, because when you kind of just wallow in it and you just kind of like swim in it, it becomes just a little too comfortable. And it just, I don't know. It's a tough thing to even talk about, because when you bottle it up, obviously there's a lot of emotions tied to it, and you're like, I don't want to, because the few times that I've talked, it's just like there's a lot of emotion behind it, because there's a lot of struggle, with everything that's been, what's going on between the world and my own personal life, my goals. There's a lot of passion in what you're trying to accomplish and how you're feeling and how many obstacles you're jumping through hoops and whatnot. So it's just like, I just want just for out there for people just to be like, hey, like, just take your time with it, but talk to someone. It's so important. So
And
Can I just
and a
say
lot of
that
people have
everybody just wants to pop in and
just one second, guys. Just a lot of people have, like Josh said, a stigma behind it. That to say that something's wrong, or
Well, you feel flawed, right? Like,
or
but
feel
it's
something wrong. There's a flaw.
Yeah.
There's a flaw, or that you're weak, or that no, I should be able to handle this myself. Human beings were not made to be silo creatures. Throughout history, we've survived by banding together, developing, innovating, sharing our struggles and concerns. And it's one of those things that you need to reflect upon. And one of the things I had to learn and it took me the longest time, and sometimes I still have difficulties with it, and it's okay to say it. But one of the things that it's like, it's okay to talk. And actually, talking and communicating doesn't make you weak. That actually shows a lot of strength and personal courage on that part. And the strength to be able to let people in, and to trust, and to say, okay, I'm not okay, but I'm communicating so I can get that help, so I can start this journey to get okay. Because again, I'm going to get there, and it's going to be a continuous road, and every day is going to be a little bit better than the next. Some days I may go down, but I'm going to continue to make that climb, and be better overall mentally, and learn these things. So it's a lot of personal courage behind that. And so that's, and you got to think, there's a lot of reasons behind that, the culture and things like that. Or you're a man, or whatever. Could be many different things, but it takes a lot of personal courage and reflection and growth to be able to make that choice and continue and strive to do it.
And I just want to say that I'm going to step in real quick, Dom, and then I'll pass it off, because I do want to ask you something too. I do appreciate all three of you guys' candidacy and vulnerability on episode 1. We're getting deep, and it's I don't know, like I think it's very important to say what we've all said here. And Dom, as a younger individual, I hope you're listening and taking note, because that's something. Honestly, this is all something I wish I heard in my early 20s, and I didn't wait until I was 31 and couldn't leave the house for fear of having a panic attack before this finally happened. So it's and I'm not saying that's going to happen to you by any means, but at the same time, like just like learning that at a younger age would have been so much more like, okay, it's fine to reach out, like when I'm kind of
being
worried
in
about what's
tune with
going on up
yourself
there.
is what you're saying. Yeah. Yep. Being more self-aware.
Of course.
I just go ahead, Dom. Did you have something?
So, yeah, mental health has always been like a weird thing to me, but I've always found my own way of dealing with it, per se. And kind of like we said it before a little bit, I like making people laugh. That really helps my mind get in the right mindset. I like being entertaining towards others, and that makes me feel good. And that's how I like to get through my days. And that's always just something I like to do. But I've never been like too serious about my own mental health, but I've been, I have my ups and downs.
It's funny you say that. That resonates with me a lot, because something that makes me feel good is making other people laugh. Even if it's at my own, like, I always kind of say, like, my humor is self-depreciation, because like I can laugh at myself if it's, if as long as other people are laughing. But like, that's part of the reason why like I stream and stuff, and like I like making people laugh. And if you guys aren't laughing, I'm not laughing, and I'm not having fun, and I'm not. I just But I did want to say, just kind of last kind of touch base on the mental health talk, even though this was a New Year's resolutions talk. But it's true, the whole stigmatism towards being tough. Like we feel like we have to, like, especially if you're a father and a husband and all this other stuff. That's why please reach out to some, like, I didn't want to be that burden on my family, like my wife, or I mean, people will have their own demons to battle, and you don't necessarily want to add, weight to their plate, right? So that's why those apps are great. I'm not going to, say just one of them, because a lot of them are probably pretty good, but just talk to somebody if you don't want to add weight to your loved one's plate. They would appreciate it if you talk to them. Don't get me wrong. But if you feel like you can't add anything, you don't want to put that burden on them, just talk to a professional. So
right.
But as for New Year's resolutions, I just want to say that I didn't start one officially, but I have lost 20 pounds this year so far. So
That's huge, man.
I like literally it was January 2nd, and I said, do you know what? I'm just gonna lose weight. And then but I'm gonna gain some back now because I've had a couple beers.
I can imagine Post waking up at like 3 a.m. and just sitting up straight and be like, I'm losing 20 pounds.
That's kind of what I did, actually. Like, I'm not joking. And the whole like gamifying your resolutions and your goals and things like that. Like, people say it's not good to weigh yourself every morning, right? Because then it seems obsessive.
Yeah.
But something I like to do, like, I'll weigh myself, and it'll fluctuate, right? Because there's a lot of things you can't really control with that. But like, I'll be like, I'll look back, I'll see what I did. I'm like, how can I make that better and more efficient on my body? Because I'm not necessarily like, by the way, I did all this without working out, like, officially. Like, it's just diet change for the most part.
Yep. Calorie in, calorie out, man. That's all it takes.
That's all it's been. But so I've been able to help kind of like fine tune like what's going on, and so
what do you are you just counting calories, or are you
it's lit well so one thing that I've always been bad at is portion control.
Sure.
Like, I don't eat like a lot of sweets, and I don't eat a lot of meals. But when I used to eat meals, it was fucking everything. Right? And it would usually be late because I'm working my ass off all day.
Oh, that's bad.
You work your ass off all day, and you're just working through lunch. You might eat something at work, and then like at 8:30, 9 o'clock at night, you're like, oh, fucking 5 pounds of food in your belly. That's not good. The other thing I cut out for the most part was alcohol, and so basically all I'm doing is I'm drinking water, and I'm cutting every. It sounds kind of bad, but every meal that I have, I just cut in half.
That's not. I mean, that doesn't sound bad.
That sounds okay.
So I eat everything. I still eat everything that I want to, but I'll cut it in half, and then I have lunch for the next day or dinner for that day or whatever. And it's number one, it saved me a lot of money.
Dude, yeah.
And
and it's way healthier for you too.
Yeah.
I mean, really, when you look at it and you can look at any sort of study and everything else, it's pretty much across the board. If you 65% of losing weight, it's not the gym. It's 65 to 70%. It's the diet.
Yeah.
It's what you eat.
Often even more than that, because I mean, even what, like 4 miles is 200 calories you're burning.
And
that's like a Coke. Like,
and
it's diet is
not even a
way
Coke.
more.
Not even a Coke.
It's dieting, how many times you eat per day, so you can get your metabolism up, what you're eating, and so and it's something that you have to stay on top of. You really do. So I know for me, I was at last year June. in June of last year, I was because after all the surgeries and everything else and coming down, I've done because after I was medically retired of the military, I was injured, so I had to have a lot of surgeries. And so I had just had one that September, so and was recovering. So last year June, I was 275 pounds.
Oh.
And so now, as as of this is I am 215 pounds.
That's great.
So
That's killer.
and my goal weight's to hit 205. I'm 10 pounds away from it,
Oh, wow.
and and that's basically been not in the gym. It's been straight diet, and and so and there's a whole bunch of things. Life gets in the way. You know, he lost 20 pounds by not really changing his diet, just cutting down the food and basically getting and staying away from the beer and just going straight to water. And yeah, he can have a beer here and then,
Or
but
3. I've
you know,
had 3.
or three. But the beer is even better than the soda.
Yeah,
You
honestly, it
know,
might be.
it really is because how many sugars are in a soda? You know,
Well, beer's still got carbs.
it has carbs. It has
Yeah.
carbs, but a beer could have what 48 grams of sugar, and then so and that sugar will
This is half a
eventually
Mountain Dew.
and that sugar will eventually, if your body's not utilizing all of that to turn that into energy, it's going to store it. And how is it going to store it? In the fat.
Mm-hmm.
Right in the
And
love
so,
handles.
yep.
I
And
still have
so,
those. Actually, I will
you know,
say one of the I don't mean to cut you off, Reyes. One of the grossest
no.
parts
So I'm
about
just saying
losing the weight. I I got a haircut and I kind of trimmed up my beard today, and I didn't have my shirt on when I was doing it, and it was gross. Like, oh man, like my I gotta get that. The skin loosens up because I'm not. Yeah. I'm like, oh shit, I'm gross.
I'm lucky in that I don't have that. Like I've been in a cycle, and this is insanely unhealthy, but I've been in a cycle over the past 2 years where I gain 50 pounds and then I immediately lose 50 pounds. Because I'll go through like 4 months of eating like shit, and then 4 months of crash dieting keto 100%.
Dude,
and it's a nightmare because I'll lose weight so quick. And then I'll be like, all right, I can eat again, and then I'll immediately put on 50 pounds. I've done this like 4 times. So right now I'm the heaviest I've been in my entire life, and now I'm like, all right, I gotta cut again. But my point is, like, I need to get to the point where I could get down to 150 and then stay there
150
and not get back up. I've literally done this 4 times. It's a nightmare every time.
I think this is like, I think my wife would kind of say, like, this is the 3rd time I've lost a significant amount of weight. Each time but that's the problem though. If you can't keep it up, you go back a little more every time.
Exactly, dude. Like every time it goes further up.
Yeah.
Like, so every time you bounce back, you bounce further up, and it's that's not the solution, obviously.
Right. No.
And speaking of like weight and stuff, when I was in like I think middle school or something, I was like 175 pounds, and I was like 5'5" at the time or something like that. And then I think eventually I started going to the gym myself, and I think I was growing at the same time, so I lost probably around like 20 pounds in a week or 2. Like, really fast. And I was like 5 foot. I'm 5'10" now, so like I'm 5'10" now, and I'm like 140.
I'm still the fucking shortest person here. God damn it.
And yeah, you are. But also enjoy that metabolism while it lasts.
Yeah,
like,
I know.
Because that was another thing. Like once I hit 30, it was like, oh shit, I can't just eat everything in the world.
Yeah, you put on weight really quickly when you do that.
That was me at 18. Anyways.
Well, it was really me at like 25.
Right. Yeah, it happens. Well, it happens for everybody at different ages. So
right.
So guys,
I got a couple more years of metabolism because I lost my hair at 13.
Oh, that's why you can't see it right now. All right.
What's
So
the problem with having no hair?
It's
Nothing,
okay,
buddy.
Imagine
Nothing,
not
buddy.
having hair.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, okay, Mr. fucking. Have you ever seen a picture of Dom, by the way? I can't wait for him to get a camera because he's got these fucking crazy. I don't know if
I
you
have
still got them.
beautiful curls.
He's got some
Beautiful
crazy
curls.
fucking curls going. It's insane. So
I'm,
two
I'm
things.
just imagining this guy just doing this now, like in a freaking waterfall commercial for like some freaking
I saw-
shampoo. Like,
Yeah, but he's taking
Troy,
the gas
Troy
mask off
Polamalu.
first.
He's got Troy Polamalu hair.
no way.
Yes, he does.
I gotta
Who's
Google
Troy
this.
Polamalu? I'm
Yeah,
looking
that's a
him up,
name
too.
that means nothing to me.
Look up Troy
Oh,
Polamalu.
man.
Look up Troy
Look him
Polamalu
up.
right now.
Oh.
I don't even know how to
Look
spell
up Troy Polamalu.
Oh, you got the long curly hair, huh?
It's not long. It's not that long.
It's
Oh,
not that
okay.
long, but he's got like
It could become that.
Like
I
perm
think.
It
hair.
could.
Perm hair.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, he has that.
So,
perm.
anyways,
I don't have a perm. It's natural.
Mm. You have that
Natural.
Prince hair. You have that
Uh-huh.
Prince.
sure. Okay, so guys, this has been great. I've been having so much fucking fun, and we could probably have a 4-hour podcast tonight, but I don't know if that's not a good idea. So
It's 12:20 a.m.
we've got two things I want to do. We can either we can finish on a game, or we can just go to the one chat question.
Well, I think we could do both.
Or
'cause the
yeah,
one chat
let
question's
me
not gonna
okay.
take long.
Let me re-ask that question. We can just do the chat question, or we can do a game and then the chat question.
I say chat question, then finish on the game.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm with that.
That's what we'll do. That's what we will do. So the one chat question, right? Mods, if you're out there, if you've been doing your job, hopefully you've been paying attention.
It didn't show up for me actually.
It's okay. You're fucking slacking.
Oh,
I'm
thanks.
paying attention. I know the
Yeah.
question.
So the one question that did come in was actually from Mama Post. By the way, who's been streaming a lot more lately, and I'm like, it's really fucking awesome. Oh, okay. We'll answer that question
Plug.
first. So the question was, I was just gonna ask, who is going to be on the show next week, and when is it? Okay, so primarily, unless we have an issue with the guests scheduling, we're going to be recording every Friday about this time. Now, I know we have an episode that's going to be on a Monday sometime in March, and I'm not sure. But what I will do is I will post on Monday who's going to be on the show for that next Friday. I think that'll be a fair amount of time for us to figure out and kind of plan ahead who's going to be there, and then we can kind of get everything kind of wrapped up on our ends. So and Mama Post also followed that up with, I don't get privileges to any information, even though she's my wife. And you're darn tootin'. So yeah, we'll let you guys know. I'll post it both in our Discord and on the Facebook and the Twitter. And if you guys, by the way, just kind of plug it. We have a Linktree page. I don't know. Some of you guys might not know what that is. It's actually a really cool kind of website that has like all of your social media information. So it's linktr.ee/bucketbytes. And you can find all of our socials, including our Patreon. Give us money. Just kidding. And so, yeah. To answer your question, Mama Post, hopefully that was adequate. But I think the real question I wanted to ask was, I actually had a segment, but maybe I'll do it next week. I wanted to do a segment called Game of the Month. It was originally going to be Game of the Week, but I think that's too frequent. So I think we're going to do that next week. We'll start that next week for Game of the Month. And what Game of the Month is going to be, and I'll explain this more in detail next week, Game of the Month is going to be a game where we're going to kind of focus on the game, and I would like for at least, most of us to try it, play it, and this could be new games, it could be retro games, play it, and then when we go to review that game, give our thoughts on it and what we thought of it. And it'd be a really cool way to kind of open the eyes, maybe not open the eyes, but just introduce people to different games that maybe they've never heard of.
Like a
before.
book club.
Yeah, yes. So there's a show, another podcast called The Pat McAfee Show. And living in Wisconsin, I listen to Aaron Rodgers Tuesdays. Now, have your opinions about Aaron Rodgers as you will, but they have a fucking Aaron Rodgers book club. Oh, where'd Josh go?
Oh,
I'm doing the Aaron Rodgers darkness.
That was. Do you know what? I should have put it together. But so they do a book club. I don't read as many books as I probably should. Maybe we should do a book club just for that reason alone. But I thought it'd be really cool once a month. Have a game, everyone can play it. We get together, talk about it, and go from there. So we'll do that next week. But for the last game, or for the last bite, we're gonna be playing a game called One Life. It's not really a game more than it is kind of a conversation piece. But what we're going to do is we're going to go one by one, and we're going to name a game that would totally change the dynamic of the game if you only had one life and you could never play it again once you died. So like there's games out there that like they have permadeath mode, but you could just restart, right?
Yeah.
This is saying if there's a game that you can play until you die, you can never play that game again. And how would that change? What's the game and how would it change how you play the game? And it's kind of it's actually like, if you think about it, it's a hard question to ask. Like it's a hard question to answer, excuse me. So
I guess.
like it's not one that I was going to totally be prepared with an answer for this, but I haven't had time to think about it. So
can anyone just like step forward?
Yeah, go ahead,
I'll
Dom.
step forward.
Okay, Reyes
Oh,
volunteered.
Go ahead.
Reyes volunteered.
So I'll step forward because the first thing that popped into my mind is the Halo series games, right? Because usually in the Halo series games, like any kind of first person shooter, you're just running around and you're shooting. There's not too much tactics involved with that. You dive right in, you start slaughtering things. But really, if you would do that, it would have to be way more tactical then. And so in that game, you would have to, because the storyline is just so good. I mean, if that continuum, and so you would only have one shot to really go through it. And so that would really change how you would play it. You would probably explore a little bit more of the world, since everybody usually runs through it so fast. You'd explore more of the world, the maps, really enjoy the effort that's been put into the game and really get it, participate more, utilize the landscapes and the environment more, for hiding and to really have tactical advantage.
Mhm.
And so it would, I think, that was, and you could say similar things kind of maybe about COD and other games like that, Battlefield and things like that. But still, that was the first thing that came to my mind.
Yeah, well, Call of Duty, I play until I die, and I uninstall it anyways, so it's all right because I
Yeah,
don't like
so
play-
it's
I don't like
basically
playing
the same.
against hackers. So I'm just kidding. Go ahead, Dom.
So are we putting ourselves in the game, or is this like we're playing it from like home?
Well,
you playing it.
yeah, you're
Like,
just playing the game.
I'm just playing,
at
and if I
home.
die, it's like okay.
But you can
bye.
never play it again once you die.
Oh, that's a hard one, isn't it? I got two games in mind. One
Okay.
would be, I think I could live forever on a Minecraft. And
Okay.
they already have a hardcore mode, and that's simple enough for me, because I think I'm pretty good at it, and I know the game like the back of my hand.
Okay.
Another
so-
game I'd like. Oh, what's up?
No. I was just gonna say, so that wouldn't change how you really play the game, though, would it?
Not really. Not really.
You'd still play it the same way because it's a non-issue.
I guess so. Was that not a part of the game?
Well, no, I
Well-
was just curious how it would change
Oh.
how you play the game.
If for a hardcore Minecraft, usually I play casually, of course, right? For hardcore, I wouldn't take as many risks, like jumping little paths or any shit like that, and I'll always be a lot more careful than normal.
Okay.
Yeah, that'd be like the only difference for Minecraft, and I wouldn't like try to bum rush things like I would either. Always checking surroundings, corners, whatever, playing on like max volume too to hear like little ticks of like mob spawning or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Another game which would be fun for me, just for like, because there's a lot of things that you can do and a lot of things you can't do. I would love to play like a very hardcore Cyberpunk 2077. I personally love that game and its story, and it has a lot of mechanics that I like to dive in. It has hacking. I think the combat's okay, but it's still fun enough for me to want to do a hardcore run. And I
Yeah.
think that would just be fun and immerse me more into the character as V in the story. Like my life's actually on the line constantly. And that's what the story basically is.
Right.
And I think that would be really fun to play that tactically.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Okay. I like that one. Josh,
I have an
Logan?
answer, but it might spoil a game from 2019, if that's okay.
That's not 5 years ago.
Oh boy.
That's fine. That's fine. Just go for it.
So my choice would be Red Dead Redemption 2.
Yeah. Well,
and the reason
Okay.
being is because it would make the ending of that game so much
shit.
more
Yes.
impactful.
Wait, that's kind of weird though, right?
I don't want to say it.
Yeah,
but-
don't say it. Don't say it. Oh, yeah, be careful because I know there's some people who may be in chat
okay,
who
we gotta be
are
careful.
playing it now.
That's
Right.
my so
okay. Yeah. Okay.
If anything, that'll entice people to try to play it and finish it.
yeah. So that would be
Genius
that would be that would be my answer.
That's a genius answer.
I don't know if I can ask this about. I'm not gonna risk it.
Should I go?
I thought I was gonna ask something, but I didn't want to ruin the game.
No, just we'll just leave it there. We'll just leave it there.
All right.
I haven't
Logan.
finished it. I haven't finished it, so please don't spoil it.
Oh, dude.
Okay, yeah,
When-
everyone
dude,
be quiet.
when you can get a rig, I want you to play and stream that game.
Okay.
When you're able to get a new rig.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I will be
Okay.
spectating.
Okay.
Dom will be there, yeah, for sure.
We'll be there.
So my game will be Fall Guys. So when I fall and die, I just never come back. So I never have to play that effing game against effing kids ever again.
Love that answer.
Yeah, but how is that going to
Because
change?
Most triggering game. Oh my god.
That's how I did play that game.
But that's how it changes the way you play. You try to die right away, so you never have to play it again. Instead of
imagine
I tried so hard to stay alive. I kept falling off the map, dude. Oh my. All my friends were qualifying. Oh man.
Imagine like competitive Fall Guys. That'd be nuts.
Dude,
Oh man.
I'm sure it exists.
Like
if I'm
Squid
being honest.
Games, Fall Guys.
Right? Yeah. Oh
What
man.
about making some of the horror games better? But, by doing that, like Resident Evil.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Outlast one.
Yeah.
Well, I think there's a lot that goes into it. Like, there's a game out there. I forget the name of it now, and maybe I'll try to remember it for next time. But there's a game out there that when you play until you die.
I think it's roulette. It's the roulette game you're talking about.
No, there's actually maybe. Oh yeah. That is what I'm talking about. You're right.
There's a graveyard of all these people that have gamer tags who have played. You stay alive by getting the game. You're going into the game. You play against someone, and if you play the roulette and die, you die in the game. You don't come back. That's it.
And you can't play because it's linked to whatever kind of account. Like, you could probably play with a new account or whatever, but like. Yeah, so
you can rebuy the game. On
you got to buy it again. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. But that's what kind of
like $10.
inspired. Yeah. That's kind of what inspired the question. Cause like, it's
eerie because there's just a sea of graves of all these players that you can see.
have
you can
played
walk
and
through
died.
It. Yeah.
But yeah, just a horror game, like that even more. It makes it even more suspenseful,
Man, you guys had some really good fucking answers. Mine's kind of lame.
Oh, go ahead. Ruin it.
All right, I'll ruin it. Mine is The Sims.
What the fuck?
Oh, so you're sim.
Explain that. Explain
Wait.
that.
Yeah, explain that.
You're gonna be playing until you actually die in real life.
Well, no.
Oh, that's a dark turn.
It took so dark.
But like,
Dark turn.
it's not meant to be like deep or anything like that. But like, it would just, like like if the Sims would, I don't know, like it's really hard to fucking die in the Sims, but
but the Sims will die. They'll age out.
yes, they will, and then you can never
So
play it
you only
again
get to
after
play
your Sim.
once.
Yes,
You can play
and if you're one of
You got your
those
fill.
if you're one of the sadistic fuckers who likes to take your Sims and put them in a pool and take out the things and they drown, well, you can't do that anymore, can you?
But what
That's
if I have
right.
like 4 Sims? It's the first Sim dies, I'm done.
It's the one that, yes,
The one you first made.
the first Sim you make.
Oh, that's ridiculous. I could see like, all right, once your bloodline's over, you're over. Like, so if you keep having kids, you're okay.
No. Yep. Nope.
All right.
It's like the YOLO in Sim version.
Well, that's because they float to the top, Silver. I'm sorry for talk. Why is my? Oh no. My thing was coming out of the thing. Anyways.
So you want to
Right,
play?
Nickel.
So you want to play a game where you're living life while you're living life.
Yeah, but
Well,
in
that's
like
what The
20
Sims is.
minutes, because how long
in like
does a
20
Sim's
minutes?
life last? Yeah.
Well, I mean, you can set that. Like when I play The Sims, I set it so it's like the longest lifespan that you can have.
Yeah, and you do like 1x. You don't fast forward at all. You're like,
Yeah.
I want to live.
No, well, I mean,
life.
there's some. Hey, man, look,
Even
I
do, like,
thought
the
in that
sleeping
game
sequences,
others could
nothing.
like.
I've played
I-
The Sims in my darkest days, and it made me happy. So let me
I
be
thought
alone.
in that game others
leave
could
me
like
alone.
kill you. Couldn't others kill you in that game?
Yes.
With
If he
mods.
downloads a mod.
With mods, I'm pretty sure you can.
Oh,
I don't think
yeah,
there's
with
other
mods.
ways.
Fair enough.
I mean, what if you're a bad cook and you fucking start on fire?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
and
Or
you delete all the
accidentally
doors.
put the microwave next to like a computer or something, and it just
Yeah,
starts
or
fire. Like,
start making soup on a fucking radioactive bomb or something. I mean,
Yeah.
who knows, man?
What if
like,
your Sim electrocutes themselves while fixing some shit?
yeah,
Yeah.
you know that's
Yeah.
but that's true, dude.
That
There
does
was
happen,
I saw a clip not too long ago of someone playing The Sims and they were trying to pull down a fucking bed, one of those beds that comes down, and it fucking crushed them and they died.
yeah, that's
Oh.
The Sims, dude. Like, you'll just be
Wow.
doing mundane shit, and all of a sudden it's like, oh yeah, by the way, you died. You can play rock paper scissors with death and see if you win. But if you lose, you're taken away to the afterlife. See ya.
Right.
Seriously?
Yeah.
I'm not joking.
Yeah.
That's a thing in The Sims.
Yeah.
Ugh.
So, anyways, thanks for making fun of my fucking thing. Fucking all your
Yours had,
insightful-
yours
it
was
started
a lot
getting
less.
good.
Yeah, we got it there for you.
Thank you. I appreciate you guys thinking for me. That's what you guys are
could've
here
picked-
for.
You could have picked like Tiger Woods PGA Tour where there's no dying because you just play golf continuously and you never die.
Well, there might be dying if you cheat on your wife.
Yeah, I mean, I'm about to say it's Tiger Woods right there. You get, or you might wish you could die when she takes all your money. I mean, there's a lot of those things, So
Yeah.
True.
You might back into a tree in your driveway. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, another
Yeah.
game that would like. Oh, wait, am I allowed to go into another one?
Yeah,
Go
do
for
what
it.
you want, Dom.
I'm
It's all right. It's not
sorry.
like the
I'm
game has
sorry.
rules or anything.
It's your show.
Sorry.
Just keep shitting on my Sims choice. Whatever.
So the game I've been playing a lot has been Yakuza. Post you right?
Yeah, I'm fine.
he's just upset about us shitting on the set.
You mean like a dragon?
I'm talking about Zero, but Like a Dragon could fall into that too.
Well,
Like a Dragon would be
they're calling the series Like a Dragon in the United States now. They're ditching
calling the whole
Yakuza names.
series?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. Well, Like a Dragon Zero, I guess, which sounds weird. That game has a lot of combat and a lot of random goofy shit that can happen, and that will require you to play a lot more reserved than before as like this punching machine monster. Now
That's
you gotta
actually-
really worry about items. You gotta
Honestly,
worry about
that's-
weapons.
That's a great idea, but the whole series, like you have to play through, like you have to play 0
Oh
through
my god,
7 without dying.
that would be crazy as shit.
Thousands of
it's-
hours.
That's actually thousands of hours. That's something I feel like trying that for some reason. That sounds ridiculous enough for me to want to try it.
You're a crazy dude, Dom.
Thank you.
I wasn't complimenting you.
Why
I'm
not?
just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
The other
Oh,
one that would be
man.
really interesting is it's already an insane game, but on these rules of when you die, you're done, is Escape from Tarkov.
Oh, never heard of that one.
DayZ
you-
2?
You would
DayZ
really
2?
like that game, probably.
No, he wouldn't. No, he wouldn't.
No?
No, he
I
wouldn't.
don't like The Sims though. You know, I never understood The Sims. I don't like The Sims.
A little different than Sims. It's wait, so you've never heard of Escape from Tarkov?
No, no.
Have you heard of DayZ?
Reyes isn't really a big. Reyes isn't that big of a gamer. So
Okay.
To be fair
like
though, like Tarkov,
okay.
Tarkov is kind of niche because I've heard of it, but I have no idea what it is.
it's,
Oh wow. If I had to sum it up, it's basically a military simulator.
Ooh.
It's so hardcore.
Okay.
There's a
So is it
reason
like
I haven't paid
Dota?
money for it.
Is it like a Dota type thing? Not Dota. I'm sorry. Fuck. What was the one that DayZ was
Arma.
based off of?
Arma.
Arma. Thank you.
Arma,
Thank
yeah.
you.
There you go.
It's a way more so Arma is way more of a simulation, so to speak. That's more like inventory management and like slower paced. Where Tarkov is, it kind of takes that. It takes Arma and combines it with like Siege and Call of Duty, and makes it a little bit more. But it keeps that realism from Arma. I don't know the right way to really try to explain it, but it's
from.
Don't go down that rabbit hole. I'm telling you
it's
now.
a good one. Just, I mean, even if you just watch streamers, because it's a hardcore game. Like, quite literally, there's no mini map. There's no nothing. You have to literally know the map by heart to know where you need to extract out.
So you need to know your environment. You know.
Yes, it's literally a military simulation. Like, it's so hardcore. There's many different med kits that you need. You have to know all different types of ammunition, what ammunition goes up against certain armors. There's tons of different attachments. You build guns from the receiver or whatever it's called. Like, it's freaking insane.
So
And
like
then
you
you
have
have your
just
barracks.
as important as execution.
Yep.
What's that?
Like intel is just as important as execution.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes. Yeah.
Then you die.
And the preparation and intel's half the battle.
Hey Reyes, let me tell you how this game goes. You're gonna fucking kick ass, get a bunch of really cool shit. You're gonna get ready to go extract with all this really cool shit, and then you're gonna fucking die and lose all that shit, and you're just gonna hate your life and uninstall the game and ask for a refund. I'm just
People
kidding.
go in with like literally because there's even like a flea market where you can sell stuff to get money, like things that you don't need for missions that you've already accomplished or something. You can put them on the flea market and other people in the game can buy it from you. There's a whole surplus of items, and you can actually like buy cheap things that are undervalued, resell them for a profit. Like, people will go in with like $3 million gear and die with it in the game. It's like people actually have legitimate gear fear of using certain stuff that they extract out with because they're scared to lose it. It's a hardcore game. So adding that element of dying and you're done would just make it insane.
That's
It'd be
true.
really,
You're absolutely right. But then you wouldn't
But
be mad if you die, because then you don't have to be mad that you lost all your stuff.
Well,
sad.
well,
This is
trying
a
to
game
be
I could never play.
But imagine that, and then being the last person on the game, because the wipe is everyone gets a second life instead of, because there's wipes every so often. It'd be killer. But the thing is, there's scavs and there's PMCs. The PMCs are people that can go in with like kitted stuff, and then the scavs are basically they're spawned in like an AI person in the game. They're randomized gear. They never know what they're gonna get. So they can get shredded by the PMCs. But the thing is, they can get loot off of dead bodies at the end of the round. That's kind of like the premise of the scav.
Gotcha.
Is just they're, scalping, just random loot and whatever they can find left over.
You do a good job of selling that game, because I've thought about buying that game probably like 10 times. Like, I've had it in my cart in checkout. I'm not joking, probably like 10 times, but I don't want to do that to myself. So
it's a horror game in itself too.
Yeah,
because you can
it
go
is.
in at night and use night vision, or you can use like bright lights. You can attach like 500 luminance or 5,000 luminance and just blind people. It's It's
Right.
it's a cool game. I love it. It's
Reyes would appreciate it. He would.
Right. It's the soundtrack too. Like I literally
Yeah, I
work
know you
and
do.
listen to the soundtrack because it's just
It is pretty
chef
good.
kiss.
Yeah, it is pretty good.
Okay.
So
I might have to check that out.
that was not the game of the month segment, by the way.
Oh, I hope not. 'Cause I hear, oh hey, you could like spend all this time getting this thing, and then when you die once, it's gone, and I'm like, fuck that shit.
It's
I'm out.
so hey, if you want to play like a free like version of something like that, there's a game called Cycle to Frontier, which is like softcore
Dominic loves it.
Tarkov. It's actually not terrible.
It's a sci-fi
It's like
survival. Yeah. It's just the premise: you die in the game, you lose your gear. Unfortunately, it's kind of a dead game now.
It is.
Cheaters, it ruined it completely.
Oh,
unfortunately. Yeah,
but if you want to test, if you want a taste of what Tarkov is like,
right?
That's a good free.
Yes.
Way to see if you could handle a game like that, because I know I couldn't. So, anyways.
Yes.
I feel bad because we're having some really great conversation, but this is officially the longest episode in Bucket Bytes history.
Wow.
After a year. So I think we gotta cut it. I think we gotta let it go today. But you guys were fucking awesome.
But wait, there's a question in chat.
Does anybody play Destiny still?
Fuck no.
I never played Destiny.
I have a whole group of friends that are still playing Destiny 2. They're if I looked at Discord right now, let's see, where's my Discord?
I'll say that I played Destiny 1 as well. I did not play 2 at all.
3 people are playing it right now.
I actually
Sorry.
of your friends.
Yes.
I actually enjoyed Destiny. I thought the game was fun. But as I got older and I couldn't spend as much time gaming, with responsibilities with kids and everything, the whole like grinding portion of games like that, especially like Destiny 2, I can't do anymore. So, and that's why I also can't play games like Cycle Frontier or Tarkov, because I can't spend that time to grind. But yeah, so by the way, I'll go ahead and I'll give you a shout out, Silver. Silver has this really fucking cool. It's posted in my personal Discord, but he's got this Nerf gun that shoots out these like fucking, I don't even know what you'd call them, just these like 3-round like fucking rockets almost. I don't know, it's cool. But anyways, so Josh, Andy, Logan, I'm assuming Dom walked away. It's why he's far away from his microphone right now.
Playing Destiny. Yes, we're playing Destiny.
No, I appreciate you guys all taking your time to come out here. I'm really looking forward to what the rest of the year goes for Bucket Bytes. I'm really encouraged. We got a lot of good stuff for you guys this year, for the viewers out there. So, I gotta shout out the Patreon supporter other than myself, which is Jonathan F. Still,
who's that?
For some reason,
Thanks,
for some reason he's still there. He's still every month.
What do you mean for some reason? He's your biggest supporter.
He's up there. But so huge shout out to Johnny for that.
Thank you, Johnny.
And
Thanks,
shout
Johnny.
out to our what you call them? Suggestive Gaming and Nuclear Coffee for being our sponsors. Yeah, I wanted to say supporters like 100 times, but anyways. So yeah, Suggestive Gaming, by the way, is Josh's YouTube channel. Pretty big, 300,000 plus subscribers. Makes a lot of really good game recaps of the stories.
Sure.
So is probably the best way to describe the content. It's great, by the way. I've used it quite a few times for various games, just to kind of get caught up really quick. Although you've been making them longer lately, and you should. Have you ever considered?
What are you talking about? My last video was 6 hours long. It's not that long.
That's not long. I only got to spend half a workday fucking watching a fucking YouTube video to get caught up.
Have you storyline of Metal Gear, you poor psychopath?
Have you thought?
Man.
have you thought about making shorter form videos and videos, or are you just kind of like letting the other people? Because
do you want the actual answer?
I do actually.
Long form content performs way better on YouTube.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. It's about money.
So it's not. No, it's about views. It's not about money.
Okay, I'm sorry. Views translate to
Pay
money,
off
so
this
it's about
Tesla
money.
somehow.
That you feel weird about owning now if you were here for the intro.
Dude, it's weird.
But yeah, no, dude, huge thanks to you, Josh. And also huge thanks to myself, I guess, for Nuclear Coffee, for also financially supporting this endeavor. NuclearCoffee.
Yeah, the other 3 folks, we need you to start businesses that can support this podcast.
Do you know what though? I do got to give a shout out to Reyes and his non-business having ass for also financially supporting the reboot with the logo and everything like that. So I got to give you credit, and technically Logan too, I guess.
And his coffee ventures. I've invested a lot of money in his coffee.
You've bought coffee. And actually, the last coffee you got was fucking free. So
it was okay. It was, and that's not my fault. You know, my fiance kind of threatened you. It's not me.
And then there's me.
Yeah, Dominic's gotten so much free shit from me from supporting my Twitch channel. Anyway, we're getting way off base, guys. Thank you for watching the show, and listening, I guess too. I'm Papa Post. This is Bucket Bytes. Stick around, and after the show, we'll try and find somebody to raid here. So I appreciate everybody. Take it easy. Peace.
Peace.
Bye.